suspected drug-running boats. Particular attention being paid to one strike in international waters off Venezuela.
Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley told lawmakers there was no kill-them-all order from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth as Congress scrutinizes an attack that killed 2 survivors of an initial strike on an alleged drug boat near Venezuela. Arkansas Republican Senator Tom Cotton was asked if there was the kill order.
No, Admiral Bradley was very clear that he was given no such order.
Delaware Democrat Chris Coons says he came away with a different conclusion than Cotton.
In a second strike, they were killed, and in a third and fourth strike, the boat was...
There are mounting questions over whether the strike may have violated the law. Ed Donahue, Washington.
The military says the latest strike on a suspected drug-running vessel in the Eastern Pacific killed 4 alleged narco-terrorists. Court appearance expected later today for a 30-year-old Virginia man accused of planting 2 pipe bombs, one outside Democratic, the other outside Republican National Committee headquarters in D.C. close to 5 years ago. The U.S. Supreme Court is allowing Texas to use a new Republican-friendly congressional district map.
The divided court paused the lower court's ruling that the map likely discriminates against racial minorities by diluting voting power of Hispanic and black Texans. That opinion, which replaces a temporary freeze on the ruling issued by Justice Samuel Alito on November 21st, keeps the map in place for the midterm elections as litigation over the boundaries continues. The High Court said the lower court's ruling was improper because it came too close to the election. Bill Alexander, Washington.
On Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 46 points. NASDAQ futures 74 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everyone is watching major movements ripple through the markets these days, sparked by new policy shifts out of Washington and activity from the Federal Reserve. Americans have faced uncertainty before, and every time, we've found our footing again. The real secret to long-term financial peace is simple. Keep your eyes on the horizon and understand the fundamentals that drive real stability. That's exactly why Advantage Gold is inviting you to call 800-741-GOLD right now. We'll send you a free Gold IRA rollover kit, along with a complimentary copy of economist Ken Rogoff's insightful book, Our Dollar, Your Problem. Inside, you'll learn how to defend your retirement savings against inflation, market swings, and reckless fiscal policies with tangible assets like precious metals that have preserved wealth for centuries. It's no wonder Advantage Gold has been America's #1 gold company for the past decade. Take a smart step toward protecting what you've earned. Call 800-741-GOLD. That's 800-741-4653. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-741-GOLD.
On a state visit to India, Russia's Vladimir Putin is meeting with India's Narendra Modi.
The 23rd Russia-India summit comes at a pivotal moment as the U.S. pushes for a Ukraine peace deal while seeking global cooperation. It will test New Delhi's efforts to balance relations with Moscow and Washington as the nearly 4-year war in Ukraine grinds on. According to Indian officials involved in preparations for the summit, the agenda includes talks on defense, energy and labour mobility. Putin was received by Modi at an airport in New Delhi on Thursday, who gave the visiting leader a bear hug and a tight handshake with the gusto of an old friend. I'm Charles Delazes.
Russian drones have struck a house in central Ukraine, killing a 12-year-old boy. The attack comes during ongoing U.S. peace efforts and as long-range Ukrainian strikes reportedly target a Russian port and oil refinery. News and analysis, townhall.com. AI-powered shopping assistants have become a staple in online retail, making shopping easier and somewhat more convenient.
This month, new AI tools have launched just in time for the holiday season. Amazon's Rufus chatbot, Walmart's Sparky, and Target's Holiday Gift Finder are among the latest offerings. These chatbots can simplify finding the perfect gift by allowing conversational searches. General-purpose AI shopping tools like those from OpenAI and Google can search multiple sites for personalized recommendations. Bob Agnew reporting.
As Iran's currency tumbles in value, partly a result of sanctions against Tehran by the U.S. and others, Iranians who can are stockpiling precious metals as a hedge against inflation. Wealthier investors are also snatching up diamonds and gemstones. Portability is a concern. Memories of past conflicts driving the desire for easily transportable wealth. Townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio. Yeah!
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday, everybody. Yay.
Yeah, we did it.
Made it till Friday.
That's right.
Happy Friday. Of course, it was a crazy night in Roswell last night. All over, I'm sure everyone saw all over social media, or if you live down in the south end of town, you probably saw it firsthand.
No. Most of us from the north side had to call all of our base side friends and be like, hey, y'all guys are on fire. And they opened their doors and said, oh, hey, we're on fire.
But, the air cell building structure, one of the hangars out there, caught fire last night. The good news is I saw an update from the Roswell Fire Department a little before 10, around 10 last night.
Yeah.
Basically saying they had the fire under control, and there was no injuries reported. The building, fortunately, was empty at the time.
Right.
So, good news all there, but obviously a busy morning and crazy down there. So I imagine people that work and do things down at the end of the town expect some delays and moving things around. And, obviously, if you work at the air cell, you might want to check.
It's going to be a long day.
I mean, but just thank God no one was hurt. That's the big thing. So
yeah, and that's I was thinking about that too, because places like that generally are, they're functioning 24/7. So
well, and that was the blessing in disguise that happened. Yeah, close out of Tuga.
Not gonna do it.
It's cold. It'll be. Yeah, you got to get up. That thing got a little muscle to it, but.
I'll open it for you again when I leave.
No, it's fine now. It's the afternoon. I'll have to crank her up a little bit, but by the way, they've turned on the heat in our building, which we don't need to use ever, and so we have to open the window to keep it regulated in here. But if you're sitting in the guest chair, the open window is
only
right
functioning
there.
window.
Yeah, it's right there, and it kind of is blowing right on you.
We have two, but the other one's in the other room, so it doesn't really.
Is it open? We gotta go see if that one's open. Maybe
in a minute.
You got to watch the salespeople because they'll crank up the heat full blast and then leave the window wide open.
Yeah.
And then
Which, I mean, I understand. I've known people who have, they can't sleep unless they have like a space heater and a fan going. Yeah. So it's I get it.
I get the fan thing. I even when it's warm, I like moving air while I sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a still room. I also don't like a silent room. Like I know people that they can't sleep unless it's like pitch dark and like silent. I'm like I got to have some semblance of sound.
Yeah. By default, I have that. I mean, not just with the fan, but just other things. There's a spouse and a cat and everything else that sleeps in there. So it tends to. There's some kind of noise going on all the time. Yeah. But good news, no one was hurt on the air. So that was the best news, waking up this morning and finding everything's, as far as human-wise, okay there. Just a lot of cleanup and a lot of some insurance folks and all, let them handle all. But that's the reason why you have insurance and all that. So we can rebuild, and it's the people you can't replace. So that's the good news. But anyway, it was kind of weird. We last night we were our American Legion post was having our Christmas dinner. So we were at the chamber last night doing our thing, and about 8:00 we wrapped up and we're all, kind of packing up, saying goodnight, and that's when like the bevy of fire trucks and everything else was just still going down, going through downtown, heading south, and we were all like, "What is going on?" And I thought maybe it was something closer to downtown, the way the trucks were all in the fire and the lights and sirens were going. And that's when I got home, we realized, air cells on fire down at the base. And so, and then everyone was kind of, and I'd see other, I saw a lot of just other photos of people that they did live down there and were like, oh, yeah, it is on fire. And you see everything from the actual building flaming to kind of the glow in the background and everything else from it. And
that's the thing is, since there's not a lot of like city lights down there, fire, the last couple that we've had down there at the base area, they tend to just glow brighter. It feels like they just light up the whole of the area.
It's the government water that used to be there from the base. I'm just kidding. I'm not
It's all that lead-based paint
and aliens. But yeah, so that was I was glad to wake up this morning and see that indeed everybody's okay and no human issues or anything. Also, in the middle of the night, my phone did an update, and it was the big update to the one that everyone's updated their iPhone to about a month ago, and it's the big update that makes your phone look all different. Well, my phone hadn't been doing it, and I, quite frankly, but it finally did it last night, and so now my phone looks all goofy this morning, but it just looks different.
Yeah, that I hate that. Some updates, like Android's the same way.
Yeah.
Like some of them will be fine, and then some will be like, "Welcome to the new." And I'm like, no, I just had it the way I like it.
Yeah, I hate the updates where I got to go do a whole new welcome to your phone for the first time. I'm like, oh, come on, really? And then I got to do it in 6 languages. I'm like, I don't need 6 languages. Just open.
When my phone's like, first, let's learn a little something about you. I'm like, you and I have been together for years.
Yeah, you're the new one. I got time for these games. You just do what you did before, phone. Until I tell you otherwise.
That's right. Dance, robot, dance.
The other thing, and then we'll get the show going. I finished the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things, the final season of Stranger Things, the first 4 that they released here on Thanksgiving, I guess, or right around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And because they put enough time in between seasons where I almost forget what happened, and I kind of...
That's what I love about Netflix, though, is they do a great job of putting together like a 3-minute recap right at the beginning.
Yeah, I needed it.
This is what you forgot.
And I needed it. I really did, because there was things, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that person's in the show now, and all that. But that being said, after watching the first 4 episodes, I'm back in, reeled in. I'm like, oh, they do such a good job of
it's just, the Duffer Brothers, man. They are so good at creating a universe and letting a story breathe.
Yeah, and
really breathe.
Now I'm not going to, and I haven't spoiled anything for people that are still waiting. But I know Sean hadn't watched it yet, and so I got through them yesterday, and it was funny because Sean and I had a conversation years ago. Literally, it was years ago.
During the last season, years ago.
And like season 1 or 2 of Stranger Things, there was like a thing where she was kind of running around with these...
It was season 2, episode 7.
There you go.
I remember that specifically. because it felt like such a departure from the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Like the whole rest of the series tells the story of the group of kids, the Upside Down, all that, all of 11 and all that. This one episode chooses to completely careen off on another path of, if there's an 11, there's got to be like a 6 and a 4 and a 3, and yeah, I mean, sure, that was probably a question I had at some point, but I didn't need that answered at that point because I was in the story, and that one episode was such a deviation.
Well, and that's why so we were always like, and then they literally dropped it for 3 seasons or whatever, how many seasons since 2, and then so I told Sean, I was like, dude, I watched, and in the 4th episode of this first set of the last season, about 20 minutes left in the episode, that thing that we were always like, well, what's the deal with this? Are they going to bring it back?
It's the very last episode. So they leave you on that cliffhanger.
Well, no, they don't.
Okay.
There's another cliffhanger after that cliffhanger, but they set you up with a couple good cliffhangers.
I don't know what it is that keeps me from starting a series.
Yeah.
I do this every single time. Like Fallout, I had such a hard time, even starting. I only watched 1 episode of that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is. It's like, am I worried that I'm going to have to binge the whole thing.
Yeah.
I have a free weekend. I don't have the kids this weekend. I think I'll finally be able to binge them this weekend.
And for I don't, and I'm gonna, because they're gonna do this in 3 installments, right? They're doing another batch.
3 installments pretty close together because the next one comes out Christmas Day and then New Year's Day.
Okay, so you'll be done by the first of the year, basically. Well, I can say this after watching the first 4 in this set. Like they answer a couple questions.
Sure.
So they give you a little satisfaction, and then they created a few new nuggets for the next installment here. Like actually, to be honest, there's one. It's like there's a, you know how, I don't want to say this without spoiling previous seasons because in case people, but you know how the redhead, you know what happened to her at the end of the last season, all that. Well, you know, she's like in a coma and all this, and then
Christy, no.
And then all of a sudden her role takes a major thing in about the 3rd or beginning of that 4th episode. I don't remember which it is. And so that you're all like, oh, okay, now I get this. And you start seeing this. And then they hit you with a couple. And one of them is in, you know, the 11. And then it's just interesting.
I think I just came to a bit of a revelation about myself.
Yeah.
I think I figured out at least part of the reason why I don't like to start seasons of things.
Yeah.
It's because I have an addictive personality. Now, let me explain.
Okay.
If you've ever known somebody who has addictive personality traits, you know that them having a thing is more important than them using the thing.
I get you.
Like if I'm like really craving a soda, knowing that I have a soda means more than actually enjoying the soda.
You feel sad actually drinking the soda knowing you don't have another soda.
I don't want to start these episodes knowing there's finality coming because at least I've still got them in my sack. I did the same thing, and what made me realize it was I did the same thing with the last season of Squid Game. Yeah. I haven't started it. Or
I would argue Better Call Saul was another one. Yep. Didn't you watch that? Then you they abandoned the last season for years.
And I just bailed on it.
Well, don't wait this long on the street.
No, I'm getting that one out of the way for sure. But that's an insane revelation. I just kind of washed over me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely going to get caught up hopefully by this weekend.
But the more I watch this, the more I'm like, it is so perfect that they actually set this in the 80s. Because this would not work with any other generation of kids other than Gen X kids. It just, because of the mindset of how the Gen X kids are raised and the latchkey style, there's just no way a kid in the 90s or 2000s would have ever got to experience this because parents would have never let any of this to happen at the get-go.
Nope, mom would have been there making a phone call, or they would have pulled out their phone. Yeah. Something else. But yeah, you're absolutely right, and it's because people in this generation they relate to that. Going out with their friends, going into the woods or whatever, and creating their own adventures, and it's so it was such so of a time that it totally works.
But yeah, I'm totally looking forward to see how they final. I kind of got an idea where it's going. I haven't got all the twist plots, but I kind of like.
Spoiler alert: Sean Astin comes back this season.
If he does, that'd be impressive.
I'm pretty sure he was like liquefied.
Yeah, he would be very, very, very. Actually, if he comes back, I'll be mad because we're like, oh, come on,
come on. We were just rid of you. Although they did a great job of making you like him right before they.
Right.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert for season 3, by the way.
Well, and here's another thing too that and this one I have not explained yet, and maybe they're going to explain it in this next section. Because at the end, towards the end of this 4th episode, Hopper does what Hopper does. You know how Hopper always wants to sacrifice himself for the thing?
Hopper gonna Hopper.
Well, he did that again.
But see, that's another thing too, right there, because at the end of season 4, like where I'm at right now, Hopper's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. You're still back there. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying he's still like in some kind of weird like Russian.
He's got facility. At least 2 more fall on the sword but doesn't actually die kind of situation going on here. So there's your spoiler. Hopper does make it to the next set. I didn't think he's gonna, but he did.
Oh, I figured you couldn't do a final season unless you explained. People would be so big mad if you killed off a character like a Hopper.
Well, I thought they were gonna. The way it was going, I'm like, this is how they're gonna end him with him. Okay.
And if you remember, that's kind of how they sort of revealed it was. They like, oh, Hopper's dead.
Yeah.
because he was on the platform when all that weird stuff happened. But no, he's not. He's just over there now.
He's either a cat has 9 lives. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, he and they did it again on this, and so. But that again, he does go into the Christmas. He makes it to Christmas. That's all I will be willing to say. I don't know what happens past that.
It is kind of funny to me though that Hopper has managed to insert himself into every single aspect of this story, regardless of like the necessity, but also that we witnessed within between like season 4 and the launch of season 5, the rise and the fall of David Harbour. Which is kind of crazy. Like his star was like right up here in season 4, and then just kind of
to his. The couple of movies that were not Stranger Things that he put out weren't the best of them.
No, like wasn't he the Punisher?
No, he wasn't even the Punisher.
I thought he was.
No, he played like some kind of anti-Santa Claus, something movie.
An anti-Claus?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know, or some kind of serial killer. I don't remember, but
it was a serial killer.
Yeah. All right, we got to get going because I got to get this interview going. We're going to replay an interview this hour. Of course, this Sunday is the big Live and Amplified at the Liberty with Jeff and Tom Quiet, and they're going to have a big musical show of artists from all over really southeast New Mexico, and they're going to do their podcast out there. But it's a free show this Sunday, so we're going to play that interview with Jeff and Tom here in just a few. Jeff and Tom. Tom and Jeff. They're not a cat mouse duo.
Tom and Jeffy.
And then the 8 o'clock hour, Larry Martin joined us with the Midday Lions talking about carriage rides. They start up here next weekend and the weekend after that, so we're going to play that interview. And then Barbara Gomez with Main Street Roswell is going to join us. Of course, we got Light Parade and all the Christmas fun this weekend with Main Street, so she'll join us to give us all the information about that and tell us also what's on tap as well. All right, 7:22, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and here on the other side, we'll play our interview with Jeff and Tom from Live and Amplified talking about their big show at the Liberty on Sunday. That's up next. Don't go away.
Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas. 'Tis the season for Santa Bucks at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Every Friday and Saturday now through Christmas, and every day the week of Christmas. When you shop at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, you can draw to win up to $50 in Santa Bucks. Spend your Santa Bucks on hats from brands like Stetson, Bowie, Twister, Resistol, and more. Boots from Ariat, Justin, Twisted X, and Minnetonka. Clothing, jewelry, and accessories, women's handbags, even toys for the kiddos. Plus, enjoy special 50-year celebration deals. Shop hometown for Christmas at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, celebrating 50 years.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Our lives run on energy every day. And every day, your friends and neighbors at New Mexico Gas Company safely deliver reliable, affordable, essential energy to New Mexicans. The kind of energy that brings families together, that surrounds us in comfort. The energy that warms homes and hearts. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and every day we deliver the energy that's behind some of the warmest moments in your life. That's why we're here.
Santa is coming to Roswell Nissan. Yup, the big guy himself, along with Mrs. Claus and the whole crew, are coming to Roswell Nissan Friday, December 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. Bring the whole family down for a magically fun afternoon. Enjoy story time with Mrs. Claus, ornament decorating, cookies and hot cocoa, and of course, free pictures with Santa. Best of all, it's absolutely free. So load up the sleigh and head for Roswell Nissan Friday, December 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. for an evening of holiday cheer for the whole family. Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
I know him.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Are you a closer who's tired of caps, limited leads, and begging for scraps? Pecos Valley Broadcasting, the dominant radio and live streaming force in Roswell, Artesia, and Carlsbad, is hiring one senior account executive in the Carlsbad-Artesia area who can handle current clients, sell ideas and promotions, and continue to build their list. You'll have the chance to promote ideas that actually move cars, sell furniture, and make people hungry, giving businesses the opportunity to be noticed with uncapped commissions. If you've got at least 2 to 3 years in outside sales or crushing radio, TV, or digital sales in southeastern New Mexico, send your resume now to hire me at pvbcradio.com. Apply today. Pecos Valley Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
Playing dance music can help ward off mosquitoes. Now you have a reason to invite Pitbull to your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
It's officially in studio. We have Tom Quiet and Jeff Cabana with us from Live and Amplified.
Yep.
Big concert this Sunday. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
So give the skinny before we kind of talk about the podcast Live and Amplified. Talk about what you guys do.
So basically, Jeff and I met 12 years ago.
Here in Roswell.
Here in Roswell. We were doing film and stuff like that. And then I approached him the idea of, I think we were sitting at your old studio over yonder.
When I had a recording
sitting
studio.
in a pile of audio cables, probably.
And we were just talking, and I floated him the idea, and it took about maybe 6 months to actually jump on it. And we started, first we started with a video series where we would interview independent musicians, talk about their stories. They'd play some songs, and we call that the original series. And then we had a band come in. They didn't have time to do all that, and so we started doing the podcast there, and it's been
just kind of evolved and going gangbusters from there.
The original series is more like mini documentaries.
Okay.
So they were set about 22 minutes because we thought that the idea of getting them on broadcast TV or, getting it on streaming or something.
Yeah.
And like Tom
Just give
said.
them a platform, basically.
Right. Like Tom said, there'd be like an intro. We'd chat with them. They would have clips of them performing songs and then talking about the songs in between. So the whole thing was set up kind of like mini documentaries on each individual artist or band.
Okay. Yeah. Now I know Jeff. You're with GDP. You're a musician as well. Tom, are you a musician?
No. No.
You're just strictly a tech
a
guy. And
just a guy.
Podcasting and music and everything.
Well, I first met Tom because they were doing like a film festival contest here where. You get 48 hours or 24, I forget what it is, but they give you all this stuff that has to go into a film, and then like the college and all the different film crews around town had to film something really fast and then submit it. And I had a few of the crews, like Tom's crew and another one, come to me at the recording studio and say, hey, can you, mix songs in and master this for me so it sounds good? And we got to talking, and I was interested in film. So
I know you dabble in that too. So it's just basically all like your peanut butter and chocolate mixed together kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean,
your chocolate's in my peanut butter. Your peanut butter chocolate. Here's Reese's cup.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Like, we ran around a lot of the same circles, so it was going to be inevitable we were going to cross paths eventually.
Right.
So
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, so now that you've been doing this for 12 years, because I know, doing a radio show myself and things, has it been hard to, or is that, with independent artists, there's a lot of them there, but to, to keep content, to keep, how, has that been a challenge? Or has that been really easy for you guys?
Well, initially it was really hard because when I was here in Roswell, it was a challenge to get it produced because we didn't have no money. I mean, we still don't really have any money, but it kind of is what it is.
No Joe Rogan money coming in.
Yeah, we don't got Joe Rogan money. But
let me know if you find some.
Right. But like the hardest part where I thought like Live and Amplify was going to fall apart is when I left Roswell and moved to Florida. I was there for 2 years, and I don't think Jeff and I saw each other like twice over the course of 2 years.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, hey, I need you to do that. You know, it was just kind of very remote stuff.
Kind of like working in COVID world. For
Yeah,
a little bit.
Right. And then I moved to Waco, Texas, and we were like, okay, that's going to be great. Like, we'll be able to consistently release stuff and do all that, you know, get the original series back up and running. And then 6 months later, COVID hit, and I'm like,
back to Florida again.
Here we go.
And but COVID wasn't a complete wash. I mean, it presented a new opportunity.
There's a lot of lessons learned.
We started doing, Tom mainly picked it up and started doing a lot of like Zoom podcasts and stuff. Like everybody went on
To
Zoom.
be honest,
and,
you could make your name doing it if you do it right. If you had a because everyone's going to the internet because that was the one way we're connecting.
Well, we're all stuck home.
And if you can but if you can create something that has legs afterwards, you know, that's like, hey, this is something I'm going to keep staying abreast on after.
Like that first year of COVID, I mean, you must have done like 700 podcasts or something like that. It was
like
crazy.
2 years during COVID, it was 560, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like in the land of the blind, the man with one eye is king, and now you're in the world where that's where everyone's at now. So it could be a blessing in disguise for someone that's trying to make a name on the internet kind of thing, you know?
Coming out of COVID, I was like, okay, we're going to just continue doing how we did it during COVID, and, you know, just like doing 20 interviews a day just because I have the time, and we're going to do that. And coming out, it's like, oh, well, not everybody's available like that anymore. So
because I imagine it evolved, because especially if you get more guests and you kind of got to do, but because I'm a guy that people tell me I talk too much, and you know, but I'll sit there and
we talk for a living.
But to me, sitting down for 45 minutes and talk with someone, and you really can't do that. Radio, you can barely do it.
Yeah.
Podcast is pretty much you know, in TV, it's not
the only long form conversation.
Yeah,
you know, as media.
So do you guys really get a chance to kind of get the deep dive with some of these folks?
So like when we get the opportunity to sit down in person, that like all bets are off. Like I've sat down with somebody for 3.5 hours. Like I think it was Dustin we sat down with. It was almost 2.5, and it was like,
and we barely talked about music, quite honestly. I mean, we talked about a lot of things, but a little bit of music.
But you learn so much about people, and you learn their id, and then you kind of, you know, that's the method to my madness. I talk to so many people here, and I understand not everybody's going to be interested in what this person have to offer, but if we create a conversation that's interesting, you learn something.
Right. And we wanted to bring you, the behind the musician, because you know, everyone knows like the songs and the musician and on stage, but like everyone has their own story, like when they started learning, how they grew up, you know, like.
Plus, it's an inspiration.
It's pretty cool.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of your fans that are aspiring musicians themselves, but maybe not have the courage to put it out there, or don't have the knowledge to put it out there. And it gives them the say, you know what, I'm going to kind of put mine out there and see what happens here.
Well, I mean, we've definitely gotten a lot of comments, like, because we do have a wide array of age, you know, like from, I think the youngest we've interviewed was a 13-year-old.
Yeah, 12 or 13.
12 or 13-year-old kid that was like, they were releasing their first single.
Everyone's jealous of because they're amazingly talented at 12.
And then we've interviewed somebody in their mid to late 80s that's like, I've just been doing this for forever and a day, and this is all I know how to do.
Sure.
So, you know.
That's their probably therapy in most cases and things like that.
But Tom's had on like one of the members of Foghat and people like that too. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got to interview the bass player of Foghat like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
That was really
we had
cool.
So we had the drummer, Roger Earl.
Okay.
The drummer. And basically how I got that one is in my family, the story was my dad flew. They have like this offshoot EP that they recorded back in probably like the 60s, 70s, whatever it was.
Okay.
And my dad always told me that he was like, that airplane on that cover album, I flew that out there to that photo shoot.
Oh, cool.
And so my dad was getting ready to retire, and I was like, I reached out to like just whatever their generic email was on their website.
Sure.
I was like, hey, here's the story. I would love to have any of the original members on. And Roger's wife reached out to me and was like, that sounds really cool. Let's do that. And this was like pandemic time, so it was like everybody had a little bit of free
Plus, it's
time.
a full circle moment. Kind of, off some clothes. Because you're always in the back of your head, it's like, he's full of it. Or is
Right.
it,
Well, he told me that story early on when we met about that. And I was like, first time I met his dad, he told me that story. I was like, that's really cool.
And dads are never known to embellish anything.
No, right. I was just about to say, fun new twist to that story. I showed my dad the actual cover. He's like, oh, that may not have been my airplane. I'm like, Dad, come on.
It was a different time.
I'm telling the story, man.
And it was kind of funny because I was like, as we were doing the interview, I was starting to do the math in my head, and I'm like, wait a minute, my dad would have been like 17, 18 years old during this time.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Flying? Like, I mean, I know back in the day you could do stuff like that, but it's like, I'm not going to tell him that.
Sure.
Right.
Hey, the magic's here. Let's just ride it out here.
Yeah, it's a cool story either way.
It is. That's the beauty of it. And you know what? There's probably going to inspire somebody someday and something.
Right.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. So, now, if folks want to, is it just go to wherever you go podcast and do live and amplified?
Yeah, we do a lot of traveling and stuff. And then Tom has, like, in his apartment in Waco, like, a whole, like, podcast studio kind of set up and stuff. And
gotcha.
So he has some people that'll stop through there.
Gotcha. And I imagine you kind of remote in from Roswell?
Yes. I don't do a lot of the podcasts with him. I'm more of the audio engineer.
Okay.
I take care of audio issues. And then when we go on location, I do
Scotty.
pretty much. When we go on location, I do a lot of the traveling. And then for the live show, what we call our Musical Outlaw podcast.
Okay.
I get up and I'm one of the hosts for that as well.
Very cool.
And it's pretty cool. It's kind of like what we described as the original series, but live in front of an audience.
Okay.
So we'll bring them up, and this is what we're doing at the Liberty on Sunday.
Okay. So this will be basically not only a concert, but your podcast.
Right.
Live in studio or on location version. Yeah.
So basically, it works like if you've ever been to like Nashville or whatever, been to a writer's round.
Okay.
That's the base format of it. Is we'll bring for the show on Sunday we have 8 musicians coming up.
Okay.
And they'll.
So
play.
It's like a cool version of Inside the Actors Studio. With
Yes.
musicians.
Kinda, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, if you ever go, sir, I just aged ourselves a little
Right.
bit.
Right.
It happens. It happens.
But that was always where you got those in depth where you kind of do the same thing, and then hey, by the way, we're going to slap a little ditty in between here and kind of thing.
That's 100% what it is.
And we got a few New Mexico legends lined up for Sunday.
Perfect.
So
well, and now the event will be this Sunday from 3 to 7 at the Liberty. I like usual. I'm sure you can get tickets at thelibertyinc.com.
Free show.
Yeah,
and I
it's
think
a free show to attend.
Oh, so you just got to get a ticket and get in there. So you don't have to, because I was about to hit him with avoid the fees by doing the Business Friday. But this is free, so you don't have to even worry about that.
This is a free show, and it just come out and spend your money at the Liberty.
Yeah,
buy some food, buy some drinks.
Hungry,
right, and we'll have merch, so buy some of that.
Oh yeah, get that. But I'm telling you, if you they put out a good food every time, and I mean it's really handy because you can order through the app, and it's minimal interruption, so you can enjoy the music and still get your nachos or whatever you
right. Or trying to order while a band is playing is next to impossible.
Well, they've got its system streamlined pretty good.
What I do is I type it out on my phone and just show it to them.
Ah, nice.
I'm not trying to yell over that.
Right? Yeah, it's really hard.
Do you want to tell them?
But talk about some of the musicians and artists you're going to have in on the show.
We got Erin Bent. She's a very talented musician. She lives up in Santa Fe.
Okay.
Early on, we'd bring her down to Roswell every once in a while to do like shows over at Stellar or whatever.
Gotcha.
She was our third episode, I believe, right? Third episode on the original series.
She's probably got a little following in Roswell too.
Yeah.
And then she recently won the New Mexico Music Award for, I think, Album of the Year, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Album of the Year.
Yeah, she got some hardware to go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And then we've got CW Ion, who plays up here all the time.
Yeah. And Blues Master. Love that guy. He was on our show early on, too.
And then we have Zachy Sicarno. He's from Las Cruces. He was on the COVID year of American Idol.
Oh, okay.
And he's about as true New Mexican as you get. He grew up on the chili farms and doing all that stuff. So
nice. What's his? Is it a country?
Yeah, like tradition. I consider him traditional country. He may have different words about that, but that's kind of where
I don't know. Country's rock now or pop.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
some of it's like that ain't country.
And then we've got some friends from Texas coming out. We've got Jillian Hudson, who's a really talented up-and-comer. She just placed second in nationals for team shooting or something.
Okay.
I'm not going to pretend like I know, but,
we're going to ask her on stage.
I
know the music side. I remember when we talked to her before. She's a sharpshooter.
Nice.
Type of girl you don't mess with.
Gun, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So she's coming up from Dripping Springs, Texas. So that's gonna be fun. And then
That's just cool to say you're from Dripping Springs, Texas.
I know, right?
I just want that just to say I'm from there. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's probably 2 people in that town.
If you've been, Dripping Springs is really cool.
Is it a cool town?
Yeah, it's
just
really
what a great
I gotta
name.
come up with something clever for that. I will.
Right. And then we got Cameron Smith. He's coming from Fort Worth.
Okay.
So he's really talented.
Nice.
And then we have local.
A couple of locals.
Yeah,
too.
we have a couple
Good deal.
locals.
Ellie Fink is coming out.
So you get a little mix of low hometown to Southwest, very much from Texas to, parts of the state and beyond.
Yeah, I had some friends from Nashville that we've had on several different times.
Okay.
They live in Texas. I was trying to get them to come out, be like, hey, why don't you just stay when you come home for like Thanksgiving or whatever?
just hang out another.
Stay a week.
Yeah,
and we'll bring you.
Nashville will still be there when you get back.
They're like, oh, well,
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
coming to Texas for Thanksgiving. I'll be there for Christmas though. I was like, I am.
Well, sounds like we need to do one of these in Christmas.
Right.
Edition too. But so it sounds like just come and enjoy a great afternoon of music and great conversations, and hopefully maybe turn you on to a new artist or two. And it sounds like it's pretty broad, everything from bluesy stuff to country to more poppy to
Americana.
folk kind of.
And it's all singer-songwriter type stuff, like in that solo acoustic. So it's
because it's so much easier to record and do our show with just solo acoustic right now.
Yeah.
I mean, down the road we'll do it with full bands. We did the original series with full bands, but it was different. It wasn't live.
I got to be honest. You see an artist's heart in acoustic sets.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, because it's really stripped down, bare. You don't have the advantage of the, it's you and a guitar, and that's as raw as you can get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now, I've said it on like several of our last interviews we've done. Like, singer-songwriters are having a real moment, like with the rise of AI and Suno, like all those AI deals. It's like the real people that are having the moment and are shining are the people that can get up on that stage by themselves with their acoustic guitar, do the thing themselves, write their own music.
Again, this is dating myself again, but I would say the one thing MTV screwed up was stopping the show Unplugged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was to me, why don't you bring that back today?
Right. That was my favorite album from certain bands like Nirvana.
Yeah.
Like I was a huge Nirvana fan.
Well,
the Unplugged is my favorite.
I think Tesla got like a whole nother run because of Unplugged. When they did their Unplugged set.
The Alice in Chains one, as sad as it is to look at and watch, it was still an amazing performance.
Yeah, and like you said, the Nirvana one, I mean, there's some iconic performances on that.
Yes. And I've always kind of seen Live and Amplified as building to an, like, obviously grand level, like, everything.
Like Unplugged
well, not even like
2.0.
just being like the next generation MTV. Just kind of like being the place where musicians come do their thing.
I think we're ready for something like that. I mean, there's 70 gazillion channels. Yeah. And like MTV's got 13 of them, and none of them are music video channels.
Well, I guess soon there won't be MTV shutting down.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that at the end of this year.
Paramount bought them up or whatever.
I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if they're shutting down all their channels or just like their because there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. I've noticed like if I watch a lot of those Taylor Sheridan Paramount Plus shows. Yeah. And I've noticed they got rid of the MTV.
Yeah.
Like if you watch old Yellowstone, they always have the MTV. But now, if you watch new stuff like the new Oil Man,
Landman.
Yeah, Landman. Sorry, Oil Man.
He was telling me about that show. I got to see that.
I've noticed that MTV logos. They have the music that do, but it's just the Paramount. So maybe that's kind of leaning to what you're talking about.
I think they're closing down their studios, is what they're doing. So
well, they stopped being music television 30 years ago. So.
Right. When it started going to like reality
but
TV,
it is a mark of Gen X. Like if Gen X leaves anything, like with their lasting MTV's probably
like, I mean, from the mid to late 90s all the way to the early 2000s, TRL was like, oh, okay, that's probably who I need to go listen to.
Yep. And we were the first generation to abandon MTV when they started the Pregnant 16 thing. We were like, all right, we're done.
Well, the fact that it was so shoestring for years, until the real money rolled in, and that's when it got corporatized. But for the first 10 years, it was really led by kids and flying by the seat of their pants.
Right.
Some of the best and worst moments of MTV.
Well, and there was 2 shows that really held that entire channel together. and they got rid of both of them, and that's really like long before the reality TV. They got rid of Yo MTV Raps, and they got rid of Headbangers Ball. That was the downward slope right there. I felt like, and a lot of people I think.
Well, and to be honest, because that was the one place that people that were into metal or into rap could truly hear. The rest of the day was full with skinny bop and everything.
Right. Just pop music. You
Once
know,
in a while they'll put one in there and you're like, oh, good one. And then it's another 30 or 4 songs of, George Michael or whatever.
Once the new metal started coming in, I feel like MTV got scared because they were just a little too edgy.
I think when Linkin Park and like that.
Corn.
Limp Bizkit.
I'm the man that Anthrax is all right, but once they get past...
right. Somehow Pantera was okay, though.
They squeaked in. But,
right.
Well, Metallica did a video. That kind of changed the game, too, I think.
True.
You know, when one... Because everyone else was like, whoa, when that was... I think a lot of people learned, like, wow, metal's different when they saw that video.
I remember when Enter Sandman, the video came out, it was like every 5th video was that one. Like, it kind of brought back the whole, heavy metal feel.
Yeah. As much as that song, as a Metallica fan, that's my least favorite Metallica song.
But it did kind of...
that being said, it did bring a lot of people to Metallica,
right.
and I'm grateful.
In a time when, grunge was reigning supreme, it brought the metal back up front again,
Absolutely. Yeah, it made it in a time when it was kind of... Well, and they always say grunge killed... not metal per se, but it definitely
hair
killed
metal.
Glam rock.
Glam
rock
glad.
And hair metal. And
the hair bands. Yeah.
But you know what though, and this is where I go. Now here I'm in my 50s, and I go back and listen to some of those songs. There's some musicianship in there that you don't really catch.
Yeah.
Some of those bands really were good.
Yeah.
Even though their music was very poppy and cardboard cuttery, there's some good musicianship in there.
Well, the problem was that, the record labels and producers still ran the show back then. So they just made them what they wanted.
Like, CeCe DeVille's an amazing guitar player, but Poison is not doing him justice, is all I'm saying.
Exactly.
All right, we should bring it back in. Sound like you guys. I'll go off the rails.
That's fine. Yeah, it's all good.
But we come join us this Sunday.
Yes.
Like it's a free show, doesn't cost anything.
Yep.
Come and get ready to enjoy some great music from folks that you may have heard of or may not have heard of from really all over, New Mexico and Texas here. And it's a great night at the Liberty. And I don't care. Liberty's just a great place to do a show. It's just great vibes, great acoustics. It's the brick. It's just a great hangout for a show.
We were shocked when we asked Josh. We thought maybe he'd let us use the winery.
Okay.
Figuring it was a smaller venue and stuff. But when he offered us the Liberty and said yes, I was like, yes, this is going to be a good show.
Yeah. We owe a lot to Josh. It doesn't. We don't say it enough. We owe a lot. Like, he was the reason that we got our first big interview with the Bellamy
brothers. I'm about to say, he's got some connections with just based on his day job.
Right.
So he might, he could probably put you in touch with people.
When we were like really young, I say really young as
the company.
Yeah, as the company.
Hey, 12 years was a long time ago in certain places. It's a blip, but then you look at pictures from you 12 years ago. Geez, I actually look kind of young then.
Right. But he got us hooked up with the Bellamy brothers and then a couple other artists.
The Whalers, like people like that.
And that begats other things. Because word spreads. I imagine too, the artists too. They talk to the and say, "Oh, they're good people. They did us good. I enjoyed going on their show."
We get probably once a week somebody reaching out to us on Instagram saying, "Hey, you had my friend on so and so. I'd love to get out."
So I got to ask, because you've been interviewing now for quite a. Who's been? I don't want to. You don't have to name drop or any of that stuff. But has there been some interviews that are like, dude, not again?
This one, I'll give you a really good story. Jeff doesn't know about this one because this was like a late night interview. I had a guy on the podcast that was very into Republican conspiracy theories.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
And the first thing he says to me, and this is PG, so we're good here. First thing he says to me as we sign on to Zoom or whatever, he's like, "Hey, man, do you live alone?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" "Well, there's a demon right behind you." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "There are two red eyes sitting right over your right shoulder." And I'm like, and I go and turn around.
Right, it's like, do I humor him and look or what?
and so I go and look, and I'm like, "You mean these red dots right here?" He's like, "Yeah, those are demon eyes." And I'm like, "No, that's my dehumidifier," because it was like, it had been raining for 3 weeks straight, and I'm like, It was muggy in my
apartment. It was close. Demon dehumidifier. We're in the ballpark.
Yeah. And he's like, and just to drop it, he was like, okay, if you say so. And I'm like,
I mean, at first it started to sound like an airplane movie. Do you like gladiator movies? Right out the gate.
Right.
Do you like gladiator movies? Yeah. Do you live alone?
Yeah. There's been a couple of situations like that where it's like, oh dear.
Yeah. You meet all kinds, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You meet the greatest people, but sometimes you're like, ooh.
We've had people that, bugged us and to get on the show, and then they get on, and everything we ask them, it's just one-word answers. It's like, dude, you would come to us. Like,
I feel your
You got
pain.
nothing to talk about? Come on, man. I know you know.
So I can feel, because I'll interview like the high school athletes or something sometimes, and they're good kids, but they just don't talk, and I'll ask them this 3-part convoluted question, and then I'm like, yes. And I'm like,
oh, no.
Yes, and?
Yeah.
Yes to which thing?
And that's why whenever I'm doing like young musicians at like 14, 15, 16, something like that, I'll just like schedule it for 15 minutes because I know for a fact that I ain't got nothing to relate to them with. Like,
right.
I don't have kids. I don't got none of that. So it's like, I don't know what's popular.
Sure, yeah.
And if I ask them, hey, so what's that song about?
Maybe you can. Yeah, just from my own personal experience, the exception to the rule is drama kids. Kids that do theater and stuff. You're gonna have to shut them down.
They can talk.
Like, and they'll go on diatribes, and you're like, oh, what conversation are we having? And we're like, I think they're having their own conversation now. I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
What's funny is I tried to get into drama in high school, and I was too much for them.
Yeah,
they didn't want me.
Well, and musicians they're odd birds because they're usually a soup sandwich upstairs.
Yeah,
and they get all of their catharsis through music, and so they're usually. And I'm gonna take a stab that most musicians, unless they're frontmen, are introverts.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm one of the few drummers who's an extrovert.
I've got several friends like that. Like, they'll just ghost me for 3 weeks straight, and they'll call me out of nowhere and be like, sorry, I just needed some time to myself. I'm like, you haven't played a show in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, it's what makes them geniuses in music, is makes them awful at other things in life.
Wait till they get married with kids. 5 minutes is all you need.
Yeah.
Can I just get 5 minutes, please?
and people, because I'm kind of introverted. Like, people don't realize, like, I talk my head off here, but I get off the air and I'm quiet. I'm a wallflower, man.
Right.
I'm really not.
Like, was it a couple weeks ago? My stepdaughter was telling me, I get social anxiety. I was like, who else does? She's like, who? I said, me. She's like, yeah, okay. I said, no, I get incredible social anxiety, but I know how to
overcome it.
Right, push through it.
Exactly. It's kind of the deal here. So.
Yeah, that whole time I ran for office, man, I didn't want to be in them rooms.
Yeah.
But
and then when you're talking, especially when you get people that are talking about things that are, about the personal, they're not really open to share that. But if you do it right, that's how you get them to crack it open.
You just got to kind of treat it like a onion. You got to peel back. Like, I feel like that's such a cliche thing to say, but you just got to peel back the layer.
And as an interviewer, it's a skill set that is your best tool in the bag. It's just making people feel welcome or feeling like, It's like people always ask me those kind of questions. Like, you're going to get them with these. I'm not here to get people. I'm here to find out information. Let people decide for themselves if it's good or not.
Now, if they get themselves, okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to, like, when I first started doing interviews back when I was in college, I did, like, sports interviews and stuff, and I thought that's how you had to do it. You had to do, like, the gotcha moments and, like,
they're all trying for their Pulitzer Prize here.
And so, that's how I was, and nobody wanted to sit down with me because they were like, oh, he's going to ask that out-of-pocket question that puts you in a tough spot. And then once we got into the music thing, I was like, oh, well, musicians are going to tell me what I want to hear anyway, so I don't have to hit them with the right hook all the time,
It's and that's just it. People are always coming from angles, and as an interviewer, you should just be coming to report whatever it is that's going on, and where the chips fall, the chips fall. You don't 100%. Come in with an agenda. You come in where your only agenda is to learn more. And where it takes you, you're supposed to let it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it's just a matter of getting them to forget there's microphones and cameras and just have a conversation with somebody, and that's easier sometimes, I think, because sometimes they end up saying more like, hey, we might have to edit some of that.
Right.
A little more than we needed, but.
Right. Well, that's just it. You're like, I just got going with a wind dancer here. Hold on.
Right. Like me and Tom do these, we call them like Saturday or Sunday sit-downs. Every so often we'll do a podcast, just the two of us talk about the show, talk about different artists and the direction and stuff, and it gets a little crazy and off the rails.
Yeah. But that's to me, that's what podcast why it's great. And I wish radio used to have that element. It's lost it in many forms. I try to keep it going a little bit.
Howard Stern ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, and it's funny you brought that up because I was listening to some interview and they were talking about how they wished that podcasting went back to how it was when it first started, where it was just 3-4, like a group of people sitting down and shooting. You know, just
turn the cameras on and the mics on.
Right.
Let's see what
don't pay attention to them. Just kind of outside filming the conversation. You know.
And nowadays they're trying to hit those like, oh, what's the hot button issue today?
Sure.
Like, what can we talk about?
I'm a happy medium guy.
Yeah.
Like I want, like, you got to have an idea where you're going for a show. Otherwise, it's going to be a hot mess. But you cannot structure it so much where you don't allow the nature, the natural thing to happen.
Right.
And so you got to. That's the true answer is a juggle of both.
Oh yeah. That's how I kind of found my voice. Is like during the pandemic, I was always like super prepared for every interview. It's like I knew like. Nardwar, where he just knows like the most random things about the musicians that he's interviewing. I was like, okay, that's cool. That's kind of where I want to be. And then I found myself trying to hit these points, and it was just kind of like derailing the interview. And so the last like 3 years, I've just kind of taken the thing. Okay, what are they promoting? Okay, cool. Where are they from? Cool.
Sure.
What's their name? And then the rest of it, I'm just a curious bystander.
You know,
but he's good at keeping it on track. Too. When things go a little wild, Tom's good at. So the next album, like he kind of gets you back to the music
you
again.
can bring it back in.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
It's kind of I don't know if you like Larry King was a little like that.
Yeah.
Where Larry King was. I know people kind of joked about it, but he almost intentionally didn't do a lot of research when he did his interviews.
Yep.
And I would argue 90% of the time that was good. Once in a while that fell flat on his face.
It does, because you tend to miss like important parts of their background. Like if they got into music because their dad was a musician and he died when they were 3, but I don't know to like lean into that.
Right.
You know, it's
but the audience is going to be like, we all knew that. Why didn't you?
Yeah, right. But then again, I also get to a point where I'll like if I feel like I'm just not getting getting stuff from them, I'll just start asking open-ended questions and being like, hey, so what got you, what got you into music?
Just
kind of
really trying to find their comfort level or whatever.
Right, yeah, because everyone has a kind of a different level.
No, interviewing is a skill set that is very, people don't, I talk about it because I do it every day, but most people think it's one of those things that everyone thinks they can do, but very few of us can actually do well. And that's
Yeah, I would say probably the last like 2 or 3 years, it's just kind of I've finally found
it's a learned skill.
Yeah.
There's got to be a natural talent. You got to be able to talk to people. That's the first and foremost. But but how to get people to what makes them tick and what makes them open up to you. That's the dance. That's the juggle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the fun part. And I imagine that's the part you probably enjoy the most is getting those nuts to crack a little bit or find out that information or get them to tell you a story that they probably haven't shared once or twice in their whole life.
That's always nice.
There's somebody that I've been wanting to get on the podcast that. On the phone, we sit there for 3.5 hours, and they'll tell me every story in the world. And it's like, let's come on the podcast. And I hate being that way because it's like, oh, you only want to use me for the podcast. Yeah. It's like, no, I care about you. You're a really good friend.
But this is good stuff.
But I'm also a creative content guy, and this would make an amazing episode of my podcast.
Now, if it gets to a point where I'm like, hey, come back, and it's like every week I'm having you on, then yes, raise flags and all that stuff. But
well, as a podcaster, you don't want them on every week,
Right. We've had a few repeats, but for the most part, there's so many musicians out there.
But there's always that juggle. It's like, am I having them on too much? Not enough? Is it? You start overthinking that stuff. I know. Trust me, I know exactly.
Look, I found right now for us, usually if they're on more than 3 times in a year, that tends to be a bit much. But if they're putting out new music and playing.
Well, to say it depends on the relevance too. If I don't know, Taylor Swift rocked, she come on every month because she's gonna bring an audience wherever she goes. You know what I mean? I'm not going to talk to her that many times, but she's gonna bring an audience wherever she goes.
Well, that's like because Tom kind of cracked it open there is we do prefer artists when they come on to be releasing or promoting something.
Sure.
We have had people on and they don't have anything coming out. They're not doing anything, and those can be some of the most boring conversations.
You got to have artists that are hungry and are trying
and active.
They're working.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the key. So, So, once again, I just saw the time. We better wrap this up.
Yeah, no worries.
Kind of bring it in. Come see some of the featured conversations from Live and Amplified this Sunday at the Liberty, 3 to 7. Again, you can get tickets, or I guess you can just show up.
Yeah, just show up.
It really doesn't no tickets required. Just show up. But if you want to go to the libertyinc.com, or definitely if you want to go the event page on Facebook to learn a little bit more information, see the different artists and different, and then you can do a little digging if you want to go and look up some of their music beforehand and things like that.
Definitely.
And come on out and like I said, come and support the artists, buy their merch. By not only the artist performing, but the artist at the podcast itself, the actual the host.
That'd be great.
And of course, come hungry and leave full when you're at the Liberty.
Support local art, local business, all in one event.
I'm going to say you're probably going to go and hear some music that you're like, man, I can't believe that I just found this out. You know what I mean? This is where you always find those like treasured things. It's like it's the same thing as like when you go to like a thrift store and find that collectible, or like your old record store and is that Zeppelin? Whatever album it is.
I can't tell you how many times I've gone to see a band and the opening band blew me away. I went out and bought their album the next day. Like
I've been to at least a half dozen concerts where the main act was worse than the opening band.
Right. Yep.
I've been there. But I do want to thank you for letting us come on.
Thank you so much.
And then our actual anniversary is on December 12th.
Okay.
So we're doing a bunch of content release on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram as
so
well.
just look for Live and Amplified
on everything.
On everything you go for your podcast.
Yep. We don't have a Grinder or an OnlyFans yet, but we're working on it.
We gotta get some bedazzled photos done first before we get up on Grinder. So hold on.
That's funny. But we've got a whole bunch of content kind of celebrating the year. We got a really special podcast coming out with not to drop any names here, but Randy Ragsdale from Cross Canadian Ragweed's coming on.
Cool.
It'll be good, and we talk about what brought them back together and all that fun stuff.
So come be a part. Come see this Sunday. If this is your first dive in, come make it a good one live this Sunday.
Yep. Come check us out.
Come and enjoy it at the Liberty, and then like you said, get online and start. You can start going to the back catalog and checking everything out.
Yeah, everyone has a favorite like online medium, so you can find us on your favorite.
December 7th is the hook.
I think it depends on which phone company got their hooks into you first.
Yeah,
whether it was Android or Apple,
very fair.
Or Google or whoever you're with now. So, well, thank you guys.
Thank you, Mike.
Appreciate. We'll see you guys next time, and definitely next time you're in town doing this, please let us know. Let's get an update and talk about what's next.
We definitely plan to do more in Roswell. So.
Good deal. Well, Roswell would love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Roswell's a cool underground. I mean, you guys know.
This. Oh yeah.
This is such a neat town that way, as far as music and art and everything else.
Now you got all the new venues opening up.
Yeah. Places that people actually want to come out and drink and eat and listen to music. It's kind of nice. So, but thank you guys.
Thank you.
And wireless company determined to keep their customer service in this country. It worked. And today, Pure Talk is determined.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Whether that means it leverages its position and friendship with Russia to try and play a role in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, or ensuring that Prime Minister Modi's proximity to President Putin does not have any impact on the possibility of an India-US trade deal, which has remained very elusive so far.
The BBC's Aranade Mukherjee. At least 4 countries announcing they're pulling out of next year's Eurovision Song Contest. Decision follows the organizers' choice to allow Israel to compete. Dutch, Spanish, Irish, and Slovenian broadcasters announcing plans to sit out the contest. townhall.com. The Kremlin has no time for FaceTime.
Russian authorities say they've imposed restrictions on Apple's video calling service FaceTime, alleging it was being used for organizing what it called terrorist activities. Thursday's announcement marks another step in Russia's ongoing effort to control internet and online communications. In recent years, Russia has adopted restrictive laws and blocked non-compliant websites and platforms. After the 2022 invasion of Ukraine, the government blocked major social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Access to YouTube also was disrupted. Keith Peters, Washington.
As Iran's currency loses value, partly because of sanctions against Tehran, Iranians who can are stockpiling precious metals as a hedge against inflation. Wealthier investors also snatching up diamonds and gemstones. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The Deuce. Ooh, I thought you were going to go doo-wop there. Deuce. Right here on Mornings with Mike Winters.
Yes.
Happy Friday.
Yes, welcome to it.
It is, in fact, Friday. Oddly enough, not a football Friday.
Not a high school football Friday.
Yeah.
It is still the Red Green Championship Friday.
All-Star Saturday.
Yeah.
That's on Saturday. But yes, we have one more weekend of high school football with the Red Green All-Star Games, which will be tomorrow in Artesia at the world famous Bulldog Bowl. At noon is the lower classes, and I mean that the 1A, 2A, not. Don't get all political on me over here.
The trailer park team takes the field at noon.
Just so people start getting this world we live in. And then at 3 o'clock is your 6A, 5A classes of All-Star game. So if you cannot make it to Artesia to check those games out, but would like to do so, you can watch them. We'll have them on KSVPTV.com in our own little channel and everything right there.
Yes.
So, and like I said, noon for game 1. Game 2 is at 3 p.m. We'll have those there for you.
Yes.
All right. I gotta fix something or address an elephant in the room on the show.
Okay.
It's not in this room, but on the show.
It's like, is this how we get my intervention going? All right.
No, Sean, you're just here in this one. I got it. So I've got to correct something that has got misconstrued big time.
Okay.
And it's so first I'll just start this thing off here. If you would like to learn how to grow things and be good at gardening, go to the Chaves County Extension Office and ask about the Master Gardeners. They love to get new people to become a part of that and learn about gardening and do all that stuff. Okay, that being said, do all that. But there's been confusion because they think I don't have this agenda. The Master Gardeners think that I have some kind of axe to grind against them. I really don't. It's just been a misunderstanding, and so I gotta clear the air on this one.
You somehow caught the ire of gardeners?
Master gardeners.
Master,
yes.
yo, that's even worse.
Yes.
Dude, they have spades and they know how to use them.
Hence, I'm clearing the air, Sean.
All right.
I don't want their spades on me. No, so here's what, years ago, we were talking about master gardening and stuff, and I kind of was talking them up like they're like, because at the end of the day, they're, and I use the terms like Yoda, and I think I one time said it was intimidating, the amount of knowledge they know, and they kind of took it as I was kind of discouraging people unless you're some kind of garden elitist to be a part of their group, and that was not my intention at all. Nor has it been, and I've addressed it since I did that. Mm-hmm. Like I've had multiple people say, hey, that's not what it is. Like, I know, that's not how I want. And I've kind of come on the radio and said, no, I'm trying to portray to you that these individuals know a lot about gardening, and they know more about gardening than probably some of us have forgotten.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did this situation come up?
What's with the hands?
I don't know. Did this situation come up around the time that you were watching Cobra Kai?
No. No.
Because here's what in my head I picture is you were picturing the Ralph Macchio, Daniel LaRusso carrying the bonsai scissors in his pocket type of person.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
That's why my mindset was like, I wonder.
But I was kind of portraying them like, hey, they just know a lot about gardening and all this stuff.
Right.
Well, and I think one time they heard me say, and I used the word intimidating, and then they're like, oh gosh, no, and now they still think I portray that, and here's the deal. Now, like, as I'm getting more people saying, hey, and they're reaching out to them to say, hey, tell Mike that we're not like this, and then they kind of tell him, I've reached out to Mike many. Look, I gotta be honest.
Did you get an email?
I got an email, but not from the Master Gardeners.
All right.
They claim they sent me emails and and tried to reach out to me. I have not seen or heard any of that. I'm not trying to duck anybody. I don't know anything about that.
Mike's gonna wake up to a broken potted plant on his front porch.
The only thing I know is I've had a couple people say, "Hey, Mike," and I'm like, and since this time, I've at least a half dozen times kind of said, no, they really, look, if you just want to learn about gardening, they really want to help you and all this. I'm just trying to tell you they know a lot about gardening.
Right.
And I will also tell you another reason why I kind of went that direction, like you were kind of doing the Cobra Kai thing. Here's where that really started. Several moons ago, back when, if y'all remember Sandra Barraza, she was the extension agent there doing a lot of the ag stuff. And she, again, very knowledgeable person when it comes to gardening. Matter of fact, she was the one who actually gave a real name to our weed tree. The Breath of Life tree or something. It's got a real angelical name.
Actual name.
Yeah, but that was Sandra.
Okay.
Well, way back, and I'm not sure if they still do this or not. Around the first of the year, they had what was called a Master Gardener's class, and it was and she used the words, this is not for introductory gardeners. This is something for people because they kind of get literally in the weeds on gardening. I'm thinking the chemical breakdowns and stuff like that.
This is where we got the term.
Yeah. And so she was talking about that, and she kind of said, and so that kind of put that, so I kind of maybe in my own head warped that Master Gardener thing with the group of just local gardeners that do stuff.
Maybe she planted the seed?
Hi-yo. But so that's probably where that started and all that. But I want to clear the air right now. And please tell the fine folks at the Master Gardeners, I am on their team. I am encouraging you. Play them this tape if they're not listening live.
Yeah, the problem is.
And please stop sending people to tell me to do better. Thank you.
I want to know how this went down. Like, did dude show up in a trench coat? And be like,
no.
We need you to watch what you're saying.
There's a lot of people that come on the show, and there's friends. It's a small town, and so they come on in, and I'm sure the Master Gardeners know, hey, you're on the show a lot. Talk to Mike for me, and so I'm getting that. And you got great friends, and I swear I have not received and I saw kind of a correspondence on it, and they were like, he used the word intimidating, and he was like, and I've reached out numerous times, like it was really like I was out on this hateful vengeance thing, and I'm like, I never saw emails. I honestly didn't, and I really have since, when I was told that I was kind of overkilling it to back off. I've really tried.
I just feel like there's a guy in a high back chair in like the third floor of an office building somewhere going, I want him dead. I want his family dead.
Well, I'm trying to nip that in the bud before it gets to this level. I
want his cat's head on a plaque.
It's a small town. People talk. I don't want to end up in a dumpster somewhere.
That's understandable.
I'm just kidding, of course. Don't get mad at me about that.
We're only playing, okay?
I'm just making jokes.
Right.
I'm just making the spirit and the fun I'm intending.
Here's the thing. We, at the end of the day, we are infotainment.
Yeah.
We are, here to provide a service. We are here to be informational. But the best way to retain said information is through entertainment.
Yes.
So we're trying to kind of give you the 1-2 punch.
But to put it in a bow, I apologize if I've ever given out the impression to you or anyone else that they are an intimidating group, that unless you're coming correct with your gardening, don't come. No, they want all who love gardening to come be a part of it. And yes, they are very, very knowledgeable. And like I said, they know more about gardening than probably most of us have forgotten about many other things.
Right.
And they can help you. So please go to the Chaves County Extension Office, call them, go to the website, come by, talk to them and say, I'd love to be a part of the Master Gardeners. I'd love to get in. When can I do that? And how can I do that? And they'll be happy to do that.
All are invited. All are welcome.
And I apologize if I've ever misconstrued that in any way, shape, or form. So
the views expressed by Mike Winters do not reflect them.
And I do care about that just as much as I talk about 4-H and all the other parts of Extension.
Absolutely.
So I care. And that was me trying to hype it up in my own way, and it came out flat. I'm sorry.
Ladies, I'm just saying, it's not very often you get to hear a man say that he's sorry. Unprompted, might I add.
Well, I don't. No, I guess not. I mean, no one told me to do that.
No,
I've just got told a bunch of stuff, and quite frankly, I'm like, because I've kind of addressed this
it's
in smaller ways.
Things can get misconstrued to that level.
And I think literally I was heard one time saying it, and they just put it in their head, that's what I am. You know how some people may not listen all the time, and they'll hear the one thing, and then they associate you with everything on that one thing they heard. And no matter what you say or do, you're about that one thing that they heard that one time. And I think this is part of some of that going on.
Right. I understand. For me, that was called marriage. But no, that's I'm sure they appreciate you clarifying the statement.
Well,
but that's the thing is, when you stumble over something and then you continue you're trying to fix it, but it just keeps pushing it down the road. I
got a master class in that one.
It's the idea of trying to bend over and pick up the can that dropped, and every time you go to bend over, you kick it further down the road.
It's the Charlie Chaplin hat move.
Yep.
And he's not Adolf Hitler. You know what? I think I might need to dig that up. Because I haven't seen it in a minute, and I remember it was kind of a slow watch. But do you remember the movie Chaplin, starring Robert Downey Jr. as Chaplin?
I vaguely do, yeah.
That was kind of his comeback movie. Like, that was the movie, I think he kind of came back where he was sober and started to rebuild his career. I think Chaplin was the first movie out the gate there.
I do vaguely remember that movie.
Either that or it was right at the downfall of all that. I can't remember which. But that movie actually put him in like the A-list actor status.
1992.
Yeah. That movie kind of, like, that's when people start talking about Academy Awards and just like he was like a legit actor. Prior to that, he did a lot of comedy, a lot of TV, like movies like Back to School.
Yeah, this probably would have been the tail end of his careening off of whatever path he was on.
Yeah.
It was the 80s that he was sort of like off the rails.
Yeah. So I might have to give that movie a rewatch just to see, does it hold up? Like, I ain't seen it in probably 20 years. But I remember liking it, but I also remember it was slow.
Oh.
Like, if you're looking for a slapstick comedy, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dark movie.
I remember
imagine,
right. Yeah.
Chaplin had, like many creative types, they have their demons. The things that suck them down and everything else. So he had his, like everybody else. But he was the genius, and basically every actor that has $1 bazillion, Charlie Chaplin's part of the reason you have that. You can thank him for it.
But if you look behind the mask of most clowns, you're gonna find tears.
There you go. Nice. We
just figured out a way to shove it way, way down. That's all that is.
As soon as you did, all I got was tears of a clown.
Well, I was trying to think, what was that movie? And I don't know if it was even actually ever a movie, but it was one that he always wanted to make. Was oh, doggone it, Jerry Lewis, the one about the clown. There was something about a clown that was like on a train during the Holocaust, or
like Shakes the Clown, or
no. Hang on,
no.
let me give us the rundown.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because we got to get the hour going here. We're gonna get you update with that weather and all that here in just a few minutes. Then we're gonna play our interview. Larry Martin with the Midday Lions joined us yesterday to chat about that time of year, their annual holiday carriage rides out to see the Christmas lights. They will start the carriage rides back up next weekend and the weekend after. They've also added, new to this year, a romantic on Saturday nights, both weekends at 8 p.m. They have a limited number of one wagon per couple, and it's $50, and it includes like some gift cards to some local food establishments and the carriage ride, and it's like it's a romantic thing.
You want to knock it out of the park? Take her on a carriage ride.
Yeah. So we're going to play that interview with Larry here in just a little bit, and then of course with news and all the other stuff there.
The infamous Jerry Lewis clown movie was titled "The Day the Clown Cried." It never officially released to the public. It was unfinished in 1972.
I remember, now that you're saying it, I do remember it was a clown during the hall, and it was really like this depressing, but I now that you say it, I do remember. Yeah, it never did see the light of day or nothing, but I think it's literally sitting like in some studio, like some warehouse somewhere on a canister.
I don't know that they finished the production,
but I think there's like, because
it says the script has been available for some time to read online.
I feel like I've seen leaked stills or
a documentary about the film From Darkness to Light was screened at the Venice Film Festival in late 2024.
Okay, I know I've seen footage of stuff of this thing.
Yeah, this says donated footage and other materials to the Library of Congress with the stipulation they not be screened until June 2024. This material is available to researchers for study, but not general public viewing as a finished film.
Okay, well, I think I feel like I've seen some leaked internet stuff or things since June. I know I've seen, some kind of YouTube or some kind of clip.
That's crazy. He set the date up for June of 2024. It's a very random date. Well,
it's kind of like if you ever watch the JFK movie, Oliver Stone. At the end, those seals are supposed to unlock in like 2032 or something like that. It's like, that's a very random date to pick.
Right.
But all right. It is 8:21. Time for weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Lots of sunshine coming up today. Afternoon highs 60 to 65. Might be a little bit breezy. Overnight will be clear. Lows in the upper 20s to about 30. And then we get a sunny and breezy Saturday. Highs should be in the mid 60s. Clear for Saturday night and mid 30s. And then about 60 and sunny again on Sunday. Good weather holds into Monday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 27 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 92%. Winds are calm at the moment. Warmer. Things starting to warm up a little bit into the pleasant category, not the 40s of yesterday. Sunny and 61 today. Winds will be out of the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Another chilly one tonight. We're going to be clear, but 27 our overnight low. Northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, beautiful for a December Saturday. Sunny, high of 68. South winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, a little bit warmer than tonight's overnight. Clear overnight low of 36. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A little bit cooler on Sunday, but still not too bad. Sunny and 61. North winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, chilly. Overnight low of 28 with under clear skies. And then next week, things warming up a bit. 63 on Monday, but 69 on Tuesday, 74 on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So we will see the 70s, allegedly. So I'll take it. All right, 8:23, quick commercial break, then our interview with Larry Martin from the Midday Lions on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Christmas is almost here, and my wife has already picked out new clothes for me to give to her. Believe me, it's much safer that way. She tells me that the right clothes can make her feel confident and put together. In Colossians, Paul speaks of being clothed by Christ. He tells us to take off the old rags of anger, rage, malice, slander, filthy language, and lies, and put on the new and perfect clothing of God's chosen people: compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Finally, he tells us to put on the best garment of all, and that's love, which binds everything together. No matter what we wear on our physical body, nothing matches the perfection of being clothed in and by Christ. Through his forgiveness and saving grace, we're clothed in his perfection and made holy by his sacrifice. Instead of worrying so much about the gifts we give and get this Christmas, let's remember the greatest gift of all: Christ coming to this earth to give us the opportunity to be saved.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
It's possible to turn peanut butter into diamonds. Peter Pan tried it with his buddy Skippy, but they couldn't do it in a jiff. Here's Mike Winters.
Studio this morning, wearing his Midday Lions hat this morning. He wears many hats, but wearing his Lions hat this morning. Larry Martin back with us. Good morning.
Morning, Mike.
So, how's life in your world this morning? It's been a minute since I've spoke with you.
Good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I know, of course, Literacy Council's going and doing their thing, and of course, always looking for more support there, which we'll have that conversation another day, another time.
Day, yeah.
But another organization that you get involved with and been involved with for years is the Midday Lions Club. And another thing that the Midday Lions are, one of their traditions is the holiday carriage ride you guys do around Christmas time every year. For a couple weekends in December, folks get to come out and get in a carriage and ride around kind of the orchard area and see the Christmas lights and all that good stuff. And of course, this is a fundraising event for the Lions, which all that money goes back to the eye programs and the various entities that the Lions support throughout the year too. So, but it's kind of a Roswell tradition now, the carriage and the lights and all that.
Well, we've been doing it for at least 15 years.
Yeah.
And that's before I showed up. And we used to have horses, but I'm afraid they died off.
Yeah, maybe we have a horse guy out there that maybe wanting to donate some horse time.
Well, it's really hard. You have to have a team, on a wagon, and you have to work together, and you have to train them, and it's really it's a big
you just
deal.
can't roll up with some horses and start towing wagons around.
They probably kick each other.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm not that smart when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I didn't grow up in those.
My horse was a bicycle.
Yeah, I had a Huffy, and then I got a car. But yeah. So kind of give folks a little kind of description of how the night goes for them when they go out to the event.
Okay, we asked for a donation of $10 a person, which is reasonably cheap, and all the money goes to helping find and pay for eyeglasses for kids and some adults in all of it in Chavez County. So,
yeah.
And it's next weekend, the 12th, 13th, 14th, and the week after that, 19, 20, 21. So we got 6 days. And we have something special this year. On Saturday nights at 8 o'clock, we're having what you could call a romantic ride, which is longer than normal.
Okay. So this one may be not geared for the family, just for husband and wife.
Well, it's just 2 rides, one on each Saturday.
A couple.
So it's not a lot of them.
It's a couple's ride.
Yeah,
gotcha.
couple's ride. And it's $50 per couple, which is noticeably higher than 10.
But you get more with it.
We get more with it, and we are going to provide some vouchers from known restaurants to help you pay for meals.
So that covers some meal costs too.
It was kind of like a package deal.
Yeah.
And we're gearing it up. No kids and some good Christmas music.
Yeah.
So bring your bride or your husband and come along and have some fun on those. But that's limited. There's only 12 couples can do that.
And that's coming up this first weekend
both Saturdays.
Oh, it'll be both Saturdays. Now it won't be this weekend; it'll be the weekend after, and then the weekend after that. So
12th, think 12th and 19th.
December's going fast, but not that fast.
Oh, yeah. Before you know it'll be Christmas.
Oh, I know. I'm already like, isn't Christmas next week? I think it is. It feels like that sometimes. But and then, of course, if you want to do the more traditional, bring out the kids and bring everything else, there'll be other rides on the Friday and Saturday, and Friday and Sunday, and I guess that's Saturday, too, as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
those are the $10 rides.
The ride's about 30 minutes a ride, and we go through some very nice neighborhoods over on 27th and near Aspen.
Yeah, kind of back in the orchards back there, or the pecan orchards and all that.
Very nice houses.
Yeah, if you've never been back there, to put it this way, I've lived here since roughly around into 2000. And by far, that's over the years, that's always been like, if people say, I'm going to go to the Christmas lights, they always go out to that part of town because, yeah, it's big houses, but they do. I mean, it's they go all out. You know, I know we always talk about, his name just went right out of my head, but with the Christmas lights that they do. But if you do go out there, I mean, they got they're really nice houses out there, big houses and very. But they really do go. I mean, that every year, I think, I don't know, I've done at least 20 times. Once a year, we go out there and make a trip out there on your own. But with the carriage, it's slower, it's slower paced. You get to go, and you don't have to worry about driving or being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get to focus on your family or focus on your couple if you do the romantic one. And it's just a neat, it's a really cool Christmas vibe, and it's great family tradition. If you haven't started, maybe make it one. I think it's really neat. So, and at the end of the day, you're helping out the Lions and getting eyeglasses for kids and helping, like you said, all that money stays right here in Chavez County. So it's not going to, it's going to kids in your own neighborhoods and kids that you go to church with and go to school with, and you work with their parents and all that good stuff. So it's a good thing to help out.
If you're looking for a ticket, you can go to online. It's RoswellMiddayLions.org.
Okay.
That's RoswellMiddayLions.org.
Do you need a dash or anything between the midday?
No dash. It's all one.
But
no space. And it's .org, not .com. So
gotcha.
It confuses some people.
Well, and I still botch this too, but generally knowledge, just gee whiz knowledge for folks. If you see a .org, those are generally for nonprofits and things like that. .coms are commercial-based websites. So most of the time, when you see a nonprofit organization, they're going to have a .org because that's part of there. So just a tip for future. Like, I can't remember if it's .org or .com. If it's nonprofit, it's probably .org.
Right.
And then obviously if it's a government entity, it's at .gov. But just gee whiz information for stick in your pocket for later.
And the money, by the way, we don't have a party. We just save the money, and basically we support other groups occasionally in town, and but most of the money goes to eyeglasses for kids, and some of it goes to adults who are really in bad shape.
Sure.
We'll buy glasses for adults.
Gotcha.
But with
it's always case-by-case basis on need and things like that.
We analyze everything. We don't, we wouldn't buy it for me because I'm rich. Yeah, right. Anyway.
It's like, I'm not rich, but yeah, I can afford my own glasses. My life is,
Right. And there's some special deals around town through your optometrist.
Sure.
If you look and find the right one for you. There are several around town, and we have a problem though in Roswell. Is that a lot of the, shall we say, the doctors don't stay long, and
talk to your legislators about that one.
Yeah, that's a problem there. But the optometrists don't hang around long either.
And that's pretty much anywhere in healthcare at this point right now. It's too expensive to practice medicine in the state of New Mexico right now for most of these folks.
Well,
that's the sad truth, and they got to fix that.
But hey, can't do anything about that. But we're trying to help the kids.
That's another fight for another day.
We also have what's called Kids Sight. We work with the state, and we examine kids from about 3 years on up for a particular eye problem. And if you can catch it by the age of 7, and I'd say about 10% of the kids have this problem, which I'm not technically sure what it is. But anyway, it's something that affects the eyes and can be fixed with proper examination and glasses.
Absolutely.
It's kind of an oddball thing.
Well, and even with the advances in like dyslexia and like the progress they made, like like you and I were kids, they didn't even think about putting in a pair of glasses till you're entering like kindergarten or school age.
Yeah, that's right.
They're literally putting them on babies now. I mean, there's 6 months old. They're finding a benefit to correcting some of this stuff with children that young now, and so the pool has kind of widened a little bit for you guys on need for glasses and things like kids that were years ago we would never thought needing glasses for that age. Now that we're putting them in them, and so there's probably a greater demand for glasses just because we're seeing younger children needing them now.
Well, we find out that some kids, go through school a couple of years. They need glasses and they don't think about it, and they always sit in the front row, obviously, just so they can see. And we were giving free glasses last year to over 150 kids, glasses, and we had two kids came in. They were about 8 or 9. And they put the glasses on. They started jumping around. Wow, the trees have leaves, So at some point, they don't even know they're half blind until they put glasses on.
You don't know what you don't know till you don't know it, right?
Oh, that's right. And so parents need to, come on, you got to have your kids' eyeglasses checked.
Absolutely.
When they're younger. The problem is there are very few, currently right now, we can't find any who will examine kids' eyeglasses in town. So
oh, really?
It's grim.
Well, hopefully we can get that fixed. Again, this is kind of talking to the bigger issue. Talk to your legislators about that. But in the meantime, we got to do what we got to do, and this is what the Lions do here is they try to navigate. If their family's struggling to get this stuff, how can we help navigate to make this happen?
Yeah,
and that's what you guys work to do.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. So come have some cocoa and carriage rides and enjoy just a great evening over the next couple weekends here. Now you guys meet. Do you guys still meet at the on Aspen there at the Scout?
Scout Hut, which is near the Mormon Church off of Country Club.
Yes. Yeah. So. You'll see the church there on the corner of Country Club and Aspen.
Aspen, right.
Turn right there and go
north.
Go maybe couple hundred feet, and you'll see it right there on your left.
We're well lit.
Yes.
We have a lot of lights, so we go for that.
Yeah.
And of course, we're the only one in town with a wagon running around with a whole bunch of lights on it.
Yes. It kind of sticks out.
And we plan.
We don't have a large Amish community around here to kind of blend it in.
We're planning on being in the Lights Parade Saturday, so.
Oh, great.
You can see us there, I hope.
Excellent. So definitely come out and be a part of it. And then, like we said, now this is going to be not this weekend, but next weekend and the weekend after that, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Again, the romantic couple $2, two people couple $50 enhanced experience. That'll be the Saturdays of each of those days
right.
at 8 p.m. If you go to RoswellMiddayLions.org, you can order your tickets now. Generally speaking, it's first come, first serve. So if you've got a narrow window on your availability, you might want to get in there earlier rather than later if you want to pick a time slot that kind of works with you on the more of the family rides, because those will work. They usually do that over several time slots over the course of the evening there. You can get there earlier or later, like 8 in the evening or something like that.
The first one's at 6 o'clock,
and
the last one's at 8.
Very good. So again, Roswell Midday Lions. That way you can go .org and go and kind of pick that out. But it'll be 8 o'clock the 2 Saturdays of the event. Would that be the 13th and 20th or 14th? I don't remember what dates those are, but whatever the Saturdays.
13 and 20. Look at my notes here. Yeah.
Whatever the Saturdays are, those weekends at 8 p.m. And then of course all you do is get there a few minutes before your assigned time. Just show up at the Scout headquarters here on Aspen and get ready to have a great evening of carriage riding and Christmas lights and.
We have a nice fireplace burning without burning down any buildings.
Good deal.
We know what we're doing, I think.
Well,
yeah. Anyways, you can huddle around the fire and stay warm.
And they're near the Scout Hut. There's always scouts nearby that know how to deal with fire.
In fact, the scouts help us with it. The Lions is heavily involved with the scouting organization here in town. So
good deal.
We support 2 troops in a pack.
Oh, awesome.
And
so some of those kids are going to probably be out there.
Yeah, they'll come out and help us out.
Yeah.
And some of them are ladies, young ladies.
Yeah, now they got females in scouting now.
Right.
Because they went from, obviously, the name change from Boy Scouts to Scouting America now here. But yeah, matter of fact, Roswell had their first Eagle Scout female Eagle Scout here less than a year ago here. So,
that's right. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
good.
Pretty good stuff. So, yeah, but so
we were both in scouting a long time ago, right?
Yeah, I'm an Eagle Scout. Yeah, matter of fact, I do serve. I serve on the Conquistador Council board, and I help out a couple other things. So I'm involved in scouting a lot of stuff here
that's
too.
Good. It's a good organization.
Scouting is. I will always sing the praises of scouting here on this program. Who I am today, scouting very much helped mold much of that. I mean, my parents did a good job helping me out and do all that too. I'm not trying to discredit my parents in any way, shape, or form, but they were smart enough to put me in scouting, and what I got to experience, what I got to learn, the things. I mean, my abilities to be confident in circles where I'm not normally confident in, scouting helped me navigate through that. You know, the military put some finishing touches on it, but but you know, it's definitely scouting is a. If you want to do something, and I'll shut up on this, but if you want to do something to prepare your child for the future, regardless of what their dreams, goals, or aspirations, you just want to give them the tools to allow them to be independent, decide for themselves, critical thinking, becoming, shaping them into mature adults on whatever life they choose, regardless of what their passions or joys are. Scouting is the perfect vessel to do that.
Amen.
Yeah, it is just what it is.
When I was in the military, I remember going to a survival camp, training camp for a week, and I irritated the instructor because I knew as much as he did already from scouting.
Yeah. Well, because of my Eagle Scout, when I graduated basic training, I went out with a stripe. I got a stripe on my sleeve for the sole reason that I am an Eagle Scout. That was from the Air Force. I still believe they do that. This was the 90s. It was a few years ago.
All 7 of the original astronauts were Eagle Scouts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So.
Yep.
The original guys.
Yeah, there's and a few other famous people out there too. Yeah. But meanwhile, help out the Midday Lions, support our families and our youth with their vision by participating in this year's annual Christmas Lights Carriage Rides. Again, we have kind of a new another version for this year.
Romantic ride.
Yeah.
No kids, so it's be 6 couples on a wagon. It's not totally romantic, but it's close.
Well, I mean, it's and of course your package includes some certificates to cover some dinner as well too. Right. So not a bad gig for $50 there. And again, all that proceeds that you're doing goes back to help these families. So it's great to do it. So matter of factly, you got 2 weekends, book both Saturdays. Do it once and do it one other night too. And the same with families, with the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you can't get them all in one group, go one group one weekend and, catch the next group the next weekend out there. But.
Well, we find also that I sent out posters or gave a poster to most of the churches in town. And this is a great Christmas, it's a great opportunity for a Sunday school class to go together.
Absolutely.
So get together and think about it.
Absolutely, and see, and just it. To me, these are the kind of things that really help put the Christmas in Christmas a little bit. You know what I mean?
You bet.
It gets so much, stress and the hullabaloo of the gifts and this and the perfect dinner and all that stuff, and the simple things are what makes Christmas great. And it really is the time with family, time with loved ones, seeing the beautiful Christmas lights. It's got to be a little cold. I'm sorry if it's warm. That just kind of dampers the mood a little bit. You need a chill out there a little bit.
1 year is down to 10.
We don't need that big of a chill.
Your weather report sounds great. Golly, it's
but
gonna be nice.
I'm thinking if it's in the 30s, 40s in the night, that's because that way you're wanting cocoa, you're wanting warm drinks,
and we do have hot cocoa.
And of course you got to be in a coat and a carriage looking at Christmas lights. If you're in the shorts or t-shirt or something, it just don't feel right.
That's right.
I don't care. Even if you grew up in Hawaii, it still ain't right. It's just not how it's supposed. Santa's got a big coat on and all that.
Do they have Christmas in Hawaii?
Oh yeah.
I guess so.
I do I like it because I can think of is it Don Ho that does the Christmas? Yeah. That's what I think of Hawaii every time. So, but again, it'll be not this weekend, but next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday after that. Basically, the I guess that'd be the last 2 weekends before Christmas. basically.
Right.
Because the weekend after that will be Christmas that Thursday. So it'll be the last 2 weekends before Christmas. Again, go to RoswellMiddayLions.org to reserve your spots now. And like I said, there's only the 2 Saturdays for the romantic carriage ride, so there's going to be less slots available for that one, and it's only at 8 o'clock. So when those carriages are full, those 2 Saturdays, they're full. So you might want to book those here directly the next day or so to make sure you got those availabilities. But for the $10 family carriage rides, those will be, like I said, 6, 7, 8, and 8 o'clock times each Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, both those weekends. Book yours today at RoswellMiddayLions.org. So.
Children under 5 are free.
Well, very good. Okay.
So if you want to bring one that you may have to sit on your lap.
I would say they don't get a whole seat.
Yeah. The cabin can fit about 16 people if they're tight.
All right.
Not too big. So it depends on everything.
All right. Well, a lot of people are on Ozempic and stuff now, so maybe you can fit a few more. Maybe make some room. But yeah, it is really a fun. It really is a great Christmas tradition, and like you said, it's been going on for at least 15 plus years here, and it is now very much a staple of Roswell. And I think, when you think of certain things, you hit certain times a year in Roswell, and obviously 4th of July weekend, we think about the UFO festival and all that stuff, and then shortly thereafter the chili cheese and all that. But for me, December is the carriage rides. This is the Christmas lights. That's all what it's about. The 2 favorite things about Christmas in Roswell: the carriage rides, and they put all the lights downtown when you come up and down the street. Those are my 2 favorite things I love about Christmas here in Roswell. And I get kind of lucky because I usually get to work here and it's still dark. So every morning I come to work and I see the lights coming in, and that's my moment of zen as I'm coming to start my day.
I noticed they put the lights up last week or the week before.
Yeah, they're up coming down, and they'll be up till probably February or so.
It looks really nice.
It just puts you in the right mood. Right? It's kind of like you can't be mad if you got an ice cream cone in your hand. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be.
Ice cream?
An ice cream cone. You're holding an ice cream cone. You just can't be mad and hold an ice cream cone. Just it's impossible. So. Anyway, of course, while we got you here, if folks, they're always looking for more Lions to be Midday Lions. If you're interested in becoming a part of the organization, I imagine coming out either of the events and day weekends and talking with some of the Lions there, they'd be happy to tell you a little bit more about.
Yeah, we're a friendly group. That's right now is only 8 of us, but we have a nice group, and it's we meet Fridays at 12:30.
Okay.
At the Stellar Cafe.
All right.
Downtown.
So you come and have a cup of coffee and maybe a little something to eat.
Yeah, a little room in the back. We order lunch and sit and shoot the bull.
There is a great place. They do a lot of community-minded events there.
Yes, they do.
They're very good. Yeah, so definitely support them when you come for a meeting. But yeah, they're always looking for new folks here to help volunteer and be a part of this. And if you're trying to find your niche, your way you want to give back or be a part of the community, the Lions definitely have some opportunities for you to do that.
And so I did say Fridays. I think we used to do on Mondays, so we changed to Fridays.
So it's not Fridays.
Fridays at 12:30.
Is it every Friday or
no, every other? First and third
Friday of the month at Stellar Coffee.
First and third, 12:30.
Excellent. Yeah. Good deal. And if you don't like coffee, they got other stuff at Stellar.
Oh, they got a lot of stuff. It's amazing. And
matter of fact, can you even just get coffee in coffee shops anymore? Just like coffee.
I'm sure that, they make coffee. That's right. I watched them at work.
Like if I say, can I have a cup of coffee? Are they going to know what I'm talking about? Or like, do you want a maki? Whatever the 70,000 different things they got now.
And there's always, not in the same room with us, but there's always 3 or 4 guys on their laptops zapping away in the coffee room.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, but again, if you want to learn more about the Midday Lions and obviously get your reservations for the Holiday Lights carriage rides here, RoswellMiddayLions.org and go there. I know you guys also have a Midday Lions Facebook page. You can
yes, we're on Facebook now. I haven't seen it because I'm not on Facebook, but
you can like and follow that.
Yeah,
and that way you can stay up to date. And
that might be easier than the webpage.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people are on their Facebook a lot. But if you don't do Facebook, or if you're now to reserve tickets, I would go ahead and just go directly to the website. There's probably a link on the Facebook from there to the other. I know I saw the flyer for the romantic carriage rides on there, so you can learn more about that stuff there too. So, did we get it all, Larry?
I think so. How much time do we have here?
Well, we got a few minutes. We got some other stuff.
I was just wondering. I'm with the Literacy Council.
Yeah.
And we do the Knowledge Bowl. We had one about a month ago, and the Lions Club won.
Ooh.
I don't tell them nothing. I don't. No.
It does look like an inside job. Just saying.
They got some pretty smart guys over there. And
is Larry compromised? We shall find. No, actually, you had nothing to do with the questions this year. It was all Mind Probe folks. So yeah.
And NEMI won the high school competition.
Nice.
And we're trying to get all the other high schools to compete. So if you have a club in Roswell High or any of those, Goddard or Gateway, I'm thinking of. And
you know what? I think this is the time for our high school athletes to prove a point. Because you know how they look at athletes as dumb jocks and all that stuff. And, and then they're like, oh, you're never going to beat the science club or whatever, the history club. You know what I mean? I'm saying let's get some football players. Let's get some baseball, basketball, volleyball. Put your teams out there and shut up with these people saying that jocks are just good at sports. That's what I'm saying. Throw that gauntlet down and do it at the Knowledge Bowl.
Well, the next one is going to be February 22.
All right, so we'll be doing it here in a couple months. So it's quicker than you think here.
It was designed originally to be after the Super Bowl, and somehow we did it in the fall.
Well, it's technically after the Super Bowl. It's in the next season now. But and of course, if you're not familiar, the Roswell Literacy Council is a great organization, nonprofit, and there's folks that need help with many aspects of literacy, anything from basic literacy to getting your citizenship to helping get folks get their GED or putting, the Literacy Council puts people in touch with the resources to do that, whether it's directly there at the Literacy Council tutoring or putting them in touch with organizations that can help them further what they're trying to do in terms of literacy or getting, English as a second language, any of that kind of stuff. And the blessed part about it is all the resources available to folks is free of charge. Doesn't cost.
Absolutely.
What people pay thousands of dollars in education to get, folks can walk through those doors and get that equivalency for absolutely free. So, and by the way, they're always looking for volunteers as well too. If I know obviously retired teachers, folks like that, obviously have a niche for teaching and are blessed, but there is by no means any requirement or stipulation saying that that's your background. If you are well versed at, obviously they've got books and stuff for the actual training of the reading and all that stuff.
We have a lot of equipment that has been donated through the years.
Tools to help you with that. But if you just have a desire and like to work with people, that's enough to help these folks achieve the goals they're trying to do here. So please reach out to the Literacy Council. I always forget the actual address over there. What is the address number for the building there at the Literacy Council? Do you remember off the top of your head?
No.
It's
So on 10th Street, next to Missouri.
Yeah,
okay?
Missouri. I never remember. It's right, but I don't know the physical address.
We have a big
there.
sign out front, so if you get close, you can see it.
Yes, matter of fact, you guys still house the Red Cross folks in there too. So if you're looking for Red Cross business, same place.
Same place.
But you can also go
out. They're out doing something. They're always busy.
Yeah, you'll probably know for them more. That's where the Red Cross folks are. You see them out there more. Yeah. But that's where they do a lot of the tutor training, and that's where you guys operate. Of course, you can go on Facebook and look for Roswell Literacy Council and learn a little bit more about the organization. Or if you need their help, please reach out. That's what they do, is help folks. But again, we'll get you up to date more on the Knowledge Bowl. That's probably one of your major fundraisers that really helps kind of keep the coffers going for the next year.
Pays the rent.
Yeah.
Actually, we own the building, but we got to pay electric bill.
Oh yeah, there's light bill and water bill and trash bill.
But we don't pay. The tutors are volunteers, and people who want to do it, they don't require anybody, obviously, but they're volunteers, and we have several teachers on the board, and ex-teachers, So it works out really good. If you're into the teaching mode in your life, then this will be.
It's a great mentorship opportunity, and a real chance to work one-on-one with people and learn and. Not to mention, it's a great social thing too. I'm going to take a stab that if you're looking to kind of broaden your social circles, make some friends, or just broaden your own horizons there, this is a great way to help do that too. So you can benefit from this as much as the people you're helping sometimes. So, and matter of fact, I'm going to take a stab to many of your volunteers. They go home at night. They may be tired, but they're like, I had a good day. You
yes,
know?
You had a good day. I did something today besides watching Jeopardy.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good day. I mean, I made a connection. Someone had I helped someone have a light bulb moment today. That was a great thing. And so that's where you'll truly find that reward. But as we get close to February here in Knowledge Bowl, we'll start ramping up there and start encouraging you. But what I'm telling you right now, like I said, we want to get more youth teams out there. We want to, no offense, Nimmy, we want to give you a little competition. We want to get you a few more teams. You're defending champs, but we're going to, it's hard to repeat. That's true in any contest. So we want to make it tougher for you. So let's get those youth groups, high school groups, church groups, whatever it is. Now don't forget the adults, still game on for you guys too, but we want to ramp up the youth side of things a little bit here too. So good deal. Is there anything else we missed, Larry?
I don't think so. We got it all.
Excellent. Well, thank you much. We'll see you here next week as we'll keep reminding folks about our carriage rides here, because I know you sleep now and then, you hear it now, and you're like, oh, great, and then by the afternoon you forget about it.
Well, I'm sure everyone in town doesn't listen to this show right now, so we'll get them next week.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, dozens care. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I find out real quick if you just say something wrong or screw up, you'll find out real quick how many people listen. People stay quiet, but if I say something wrong, so that's my barometer. Oh, I messed that one up. Phone's ringing. All right. Thank you, Larry. 9:52. Let's
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. There are new calls for monitoring of the air quality in Artesia. The H.F. Sinclair refinery explosion continues to spark intense concern across southeast New Mexico as community groups demand immediate action from state regulators. In the days following the October 31st blast, which injured 3 workers and shook nearby neighborhoods, the Permian Basin Climate Justice Coalition has urged the New Mexico Environment Department to implement stronger and independent air quality monitoring and expanded health protections for residents. The coalition sent a demand letter Thursday to NMED Secretary James Kenney to install a permanent state-operated air monitor and provide real-time, publicly accessible air quality data. A $4 million tourist attraction is now fully considered a waste of taxpayer money. The Board of Regents for the El Camino Real Heritage Center voted Thursday to demolish the site after it has sat vacant for the past 9 years. A KRQE television investigation revealed that along with the site's extremely remote location, the building's current state is uninhabitable, with structural damage, a rodent infestation, and utility problems. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Basketball tournaments all over the state. The Roswell and Goddard boys, however, are not part of any of them. They did start their seasons, though, earlier this week. Roswell defeated on Tuesday Gadsden, no problem, 77-28. And then Goddard on Wednesday knocked off Deming, 42-38. Roswell and Goddard are both part of the girls tournament in Artesia. And last night, Goddard got a nice victory to move to 2-1 on the season, defeating Carlsbad 45-32. Goddard plays Academy in a semifinal this afternoon at 2:30. Academy kind of blew out Roswell 56-29. Roswell plays Carlsbad this morning at 8:30. Other winners yesterday in boys hoops, it was NMMI defeating Chaparral 66-51. Gateway Christian defeated Camado 55-37. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
It doesn't matter if you've been naughty or nice. Everyone gets our very best price during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. It's the final days to trade up for less during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. Last chance for 0, 0, 0. That's 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down payments, and 0 payments till March 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. Worried that your credit is on the naughty list? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, 0 down, 0 APR, and 0 payments till March 2026. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at RoswellFord.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is 1667 per thousand financed on 2025 F-150s. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
Mulan has the highest kill count of any Disney character. When asked for comment, Buzz Lightyear responded, "To infinity and beyond." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 8:58. Stay tuned next hour, about 9:15 or so. Barbara Gomez with Main Street Roswell will join us, talking all about this weekend with the light parade and all the Christmas festivities that are on tap through Main Street. Hey, also, speaking of Christmas, the Roswell Symphony Orchestra is presenting their Christmas classics. That's going to be happening on Sunday, December 14th, 2:30 p.m. at the Pearson Auditorium. Of course, you get to hear your favorite Christmas pieces. They're back, including White Christmas, music from the Polar Express, medleys, and the Messiah as well, with guests Jasmine Syed, I might be mispronouncing that, Zachary McAllister, and the Roswell Symphony Orchestra Chorus. It's going to be a great show and really the best way to get you into the Christmas spirit. Don't forget, too, they're going to be doing their drawing on December 14th for at the Christmas Classics concert. And you don't have to be present to win, but you can get your tickets for that now as well. They've got a 3-2-1 cash raffle, $100 per ticket, and with cash prizes of $3,000, $2,000, $1,000. Again, get your tickets for the drawing and, of course, for the big Christmas Classics concert on December 14th at Roswell Symphony Orchestra.org. RSO, Roswell Symphony Orchestra.org. All right, it is 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. A 30-year-old Virginia man faces charges for allegedly planting pipe bombs outside the Republican and Democratic national headquarters in Washington, D.C. almost 5 years ago. Why the delay in the arrest? FBI Director Kash Patel says the evidence was there for quite a long time.
An investigation spearheaded by the deputy director and the ADIC of our Washington field office brought in a new team of investigators and experts, re-examined every piece of evidence, sifted through all the data, something that the prior administration refused and failed to do.
The explosives, which did not detonate, were planted outside the RNC and DNC headquarters on the eve of the January 6, 2021 riot, the U.S. Capitol. A win for Republicans in Texas, the Supreme Court allowing the use of a redrawn congressional map next year's midterm elections. Revised map favors Republicans, could help them to hold on to a slim majority in the U.S. House. One is from the north, the other a neighbor to the south. The leaders of Canada and Mexico are in Washington today, with each planning a meeting with President Trump.
The North American leaders are in the nation's capital for the 2026 World Cup draw. The U.S., Canada, and Mexico are hosting the tournament next summer. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum have plans for brief meetings with Donald Trump while at the Kennedy Center. It will be Sheinbaum's first face-to-face meeting with the president.
White House correspondent Craig Clugston. An inflation gauge, it's closely followed by the Federal Reserve, cooled ever so slightly in September prior to the government shutdown. Prices up just 0.3% from August, increasing the likelihood of an interest rate cut by the Fed next week. On Wall Street, stocks are higher. The Dow is up 176 points. The Nasdaq ahead 94. The S&P better by 25 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Pirates continue to cause trouble in a key shipping route on the way to the strategic Suez
A
Canal.
ship travelling through the narrow Bab el Mandeb Strait between Djibouti, Eritrea and Yemen has come under attack by suspected pirates, officials say. The incident saw a vessel chased by smaller ones that opened fire on it, the British military's Maritime Trade Operations Centre says. The private security firm, the A Plus Group, says the vessel twice came under attack and armed guards aboard it opened fire in response, adding the crew is safe. The area has seen attacks by Yemen's Houthi rebels over the Israel-Hamas war, as well as a rise in piracy from Somalia. I'm Charles Deluthesma.
European Union regulators have fined Elon Musk's social media platform X 120 million euros. This for failing to comply with digital regulations in the EU. News and analysis, townhall.com. Seems like there's something going on with animals and alcohol.
It was just a few days ago when that raccoon got into a Virginia liquor store and promptly got drunk. Now, a baby seal has wandered into a busy bar in New Zealand. The little guy sampled salmon, but of course was not given any alcohol. He was eventually taken out of the pub by animal control officers with the help of a dog crate and more salmon. He was later safely released. Jason Walker reporting.
A federal vaccine advisory committee abandoning its long-standing advice that all babies get hepatitis B shots at birth. For decades, the government advised all infants be vaccinated against the liver infection right after birth. Well, now the committee recommends the birth dose only for babies whose mothers test positive. For others, it's up to parents and their doctors to decide what to do. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil would said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tracing the Uranus.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Little chilly right now, but it's supposed to get up into like 61 today, so not bad. And by golly, tomorrow's like 68.
Mm-hmm.
And they use the word 70s next week.
What?
Yeah.
They 7's not real.
Yeah,
Come on.
Allegedly.
So you're saying 6, 7?
I said it.
6, 7. Yeah, we're that old.
That's right. I have no idea what I said, but 12-year-olds are laughing.
No, I think it was Carrie Underwood last week on Idol. Or on some interview, revealed exactly how to get kids to stop doing that. Is as soon as they hit you with a 6-7, you got to immediately follow it up with a 5309.
I think parents just need to start doing 6-7 jokes for their kids, and that'll stop it right
does.
there.
It kills it.
That'll kill it right there.
Because parents can't be cool. The antithesis of cool.
Yeah, that's what we need your help on. Really. And while we're at it, let's work on these AI videos, man. And like they're getting to a point where I can tell they're fake. I can. But there's a large percentage that fall for this thing.
Yep.
And here's my thing. And I know that the algorithm, I'm going to lose this fight, but because there's no winning it. But if we can just spread the word to stop engaging in the posts. Look, I get it. You're going to see it.
Well, here's
don't leave a comment saying it's either fake or anything, because that just engages more of it.
Well, exactly what it does is it trains. As soon as you click the comment section or go to like let people know, you think you're doing the chivalrous thing, but what the algorithm's doing is saying, oh, he's interacting with the content. He must want more of this.
Yeah. And so you're actually spreading it and also exposing yourself to more of it. And so, but I get it, because we all fall victim, all of us, at some point. And you get it, and you're on there, and you see the videos, and you're like, what am I seeing here? And then you're like...
And there are ways that they've figured out to, like, mask it, like, specifically, like, doorbell camera videos and police body cam videos.
Yeah.
Like, you're seeing a lot, because those... your brain will allow you to accept low res footage.
And this is probably because of my algorithms when I scroll things. I see a lot of fake military videos, like these shots of these aircraft doing these crazy stunts and everything. And I'm like, I just saw a whole medley of them. All but one of them were fake.
Right. I can't remember the name of the channel on YouTube, but I watched this channel. I just recently started watching it.
Yeah.
Where it's these 3 VFX guys. They're trained in CGI, they're trained in digital, animation, and a couple of them actually have worked with AI itself. And they spot AI and show you how to find, different ways to spot the fake.
Right.
And like a lot of times what you'll notice is around like the mouth, for example, they'll take like regular footage and just AI, the mouth itself will AI, and you could see the pixel manipulation around the mouth, and that's like one way to tell. But you really have to like slow it down and go and look at it to figure it out.
Right. Good news is with those military AI, they're so bad because any person that knows anything about aircraft know that half the things those things are doing in there they can't do.
Right.
Like this one I've seen 1,000 times, and I'm sure y'all have too. There's a video footage of this Russian jet coming in on an aircraft carrier, and it kind of dips below and then does this vertical thing and slaps right down on the deck and lands. I've seen this clip about 1 million times, and everyone talks about that's amazing. It's fake.
Well,
it's not real. Matter of fact, I think that's a clip from a video game.
Fair. Yeah. Another great way is if they're only 10 seconds max.
Yeah.
Because, and this is something they pointed out, after 10 seconds, because the AI is processing so much, the hallucinations start getting so much more intense.
Right.
Like it takes it into avenues and realms that then make it super obvious this is an AI video.
Sure.
But
like one I saw
seconds.
earlier today, and there was a lot of convinced people. I'm like, oh my goodness. There was somebody created some video of some B-2 bomber shot down, and a bunch of I don't even know who it was. The enemy. I don't even know who it was going through and gleaming it for stuff. First off, the video itself is, I think that's a model air. I mean, it's really not good.
Yeah.
B, no B-2 was shot down. Not one ever, let alone recently. So that's impossible to have. So, but anyway, but there was a lot of people in the comments buying this, like, oh my gosh, is this? I can't believe what happened. I haven't heard it, and I'm like, oh boy.
Have you? And I can't remember if we've talked about this on the radio or not, but have you seen Coca-Cola's new ad? So they've always, ever since the 90s, like 95, they started doing this holidays are coming ad with the trucks rolling in.
Yeah, okay.
The winking Santa.
I think I have.
They started working with this company that does AI videos, and both last year's and this year's commercials were AI generated.
Okay.
Last year's AI wasn't as good, so there was like, especially with creating humans, so like the humans came off as very like uncanny valley.
Gotcha.
So this year it's all animals, because it's easier to believe an animal, an AI or whatever. But it's not only do they do the commercial in AI, they also released they released and then pulled or deleted it off of whatever platform it was on, a video showing how they did it behind the scenes. But the behind the scenes video was also AI generated.
No. This is that line from Beavis and Butthead where Butthead says, I want a tattoo on my butt of a butt with a butt-shaped tattoo.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's the snake eating its own tail, essentially. Well, and that, I mean, I know we have a guest, but that leads into the whole dead internet theory. You've heard that, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so the dead internet theory goes that basically right now, about 50% of what is online is AI generated.
Okay.
In some capacity. And it's the dead internet theory states that AI is generating content that is then being interacted with in the comment section by other AI bots.
Oh,
so it's AI interacting with AI about some AI content.
This is that video over the guy who got 2 cell phones and he calls the one Chinese restaurant and then he calls out and then they start arguing with each other. No, you want egg foo young? No, I'm selling you egg foo young.
Exactly. It's like if you've ever pointed a mirror at a mirror.
Right.
This is what that has become now.
Now that's comedy I can get behind.
Well, I know what I'm doing this afternoon. There's a couple of local establishments that pit against each other.
Oh, very good. Let me give you le rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date weather and all that here in just a bit. Barbara Gomez is going to join us here in just a few minutes from Main Street Roswell. Of course, this weekend we got the light parade and kind of ringing in Christmas Main Street style this weekend. So we'll do all that, and she'll give us the updates and all of information and the latest and greatest on that. And obviously talk a little bit more about else going on and through Main Street and continue shopping local here this holiday season. Hit you all the numbers, but basically the more you shop local, the more you support a community, and the more the money stays local, and the more nice things we have locally.
A lot of really cool stuff going on locally too now.
Yeah.
So
we're going to crowbar the word local in one more time. Local.
Oh, yes. Shop local till you go loco.
All right, it is 15 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's give you your local weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Lots of sunshine coming up today. Afternoon highs 60 to 65. Might be a little bit breezy. Overnight will be clear. Lows in the upper 20s to about 30. And then we get a sunny and breezy Saturday. Highs should be in the mid-60s. Clear for Saturday night and mid-30s. And then about 60 and sunny again on Sunday. Good weather holds into Monday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 32 degrees here in Roswell, though it's lying a bit. It says fog and mist. Not downtown. Unless there's some guy named Fog or Mist downtown, but there's none of that downtown. Humidity is at 85%. Winds are calm. It's going to warm up a little bit today compared to yesterday for sure. Sunny skies. Highs in the low 60s, 61 officially, with winds out of the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, skies will be clear. Looking at an overnight low of 27, so another chilly one tonight. Northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, downright pleasant. Sunny, 68 for a high. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night's going to be a little warmer, thank goodness. Clear skies, overnight low of 36. Northwest winds 5 to 10. Sunny on Sunday, a little cooler, 61 for a high, but still pleasant. North winds at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, clear skies, overnight. Not tomorrow night. Sunday night, clear skies, overnight low of 28. And then next week, looking pretty delightful as well. Sunny and 63 on Monday. 69 and sunny on Tuesday, sunny and 74 on Wednesday. Thursday, sunny and 74 as well. So looks like next week shaping up to be a pretty good one. All right, it is 9:17. We're going to take a quick, about a 2-minute break here, and then Barbara Gomez will join us here on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
It doesn't matter if you've been naughty or nice. Everyone gets our very best price during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. It's the final days to trade up for less during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. Last chance for 0, 0, 0. That's 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down payments, and 0 payments till March 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. Worried that your credit is on the naughty list? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, 0 down, 0 APR, and 0 payments till March 2026. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is 1667 per thousand financed on 2025 F-150s. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
Taste the flavors of Thailand and beyond at Lemongrass Restaurant in Roswell. Authentic ingredients like holy basil, Thai chili, and kaffir lime. Original recipes including curry, pad Thai and pad see-ew, and egg drop or tom kha soups. Friendly service, authentic flavors, and
a little or a lot of spice, but everything's nice.
Open 11 to 8, Tuesday through Saturday at 610 South Main in Roswell. Call ahead, 575-208-0411. Lemongrass Restaurant in Roswell. The flavors of Thailand right here at home. Visit Bush Appliance in Roswell to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity so you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Bush Appliance in Roswell and get twice the washer that you have at home. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance in Roswell. Stop by 111 West Country Club in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
Your fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Not sure which is your dominant hand? Just wait. You'll nail it. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 19 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Main Street Roswell. I was going to say all the way from upstairs, but she's been out and about and diddy-bopping around town this morning. So Barbara Gomez back with us from Main Street Roswell. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Mike. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. You know what? It's now going to be official. Since Main Street's ringing it in, it's now officially the holiday season here in Roswell. And, of course, we've been it's almost been this evolution. Like over the last month with the Christmas lights downtown, It's like, there's a few more now.
There's
a few more tonight.
We've decorated the poles.
So we're pretty much all there now, right?
We're almost there,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, except for Saturday's big stuff.
Right.
But as far as the down Main Street, all those lights are pretty much up and going and doing their thing now.
Yeah, it looks really, really great already. And you know what? The addition of the city decorating over on Pioneer Plaza, that looks really, really awesome.
Yeah.
That is not a project of Main Street. I've had a number of people say, is that a Main Street project?
That's a city deal.
But that's a city deal. But you know what, you guys?
Adds to the Winter Wonderland feel of Christmas and all that. Yeah.
It adds to the district. So we're excited that that's happening. And, of course, today is the Main Street Roswell Holiday Market and Parade.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys that are early shoppers, this is a great time to come out. We are out there right now. As a matter of fact, I left them with my cryptic notes that nobody understands what the heck I'm talking about. But we will be setting up the vendor
booth. It makes
booth.
complete sense to you.
It makes complete sense to my mind.
Anybody could see this.
Anybody
no,
can
Barbara,
see
they
this.
cannot.
And of course,
I have the same issue.
At that point, your writing is so tiny. They're going, now what is that?
Right.
So I have a couple of touch point places on my map that I say, okay, this is where I am at. You're this way from me, or you're that way from me, right?
Absolutely.
And so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let me tell you what's happening downtown. So today, starting at 12 noon, the vendor booths open up.
That's when everything officially happens and game on, shopping, and
that's right.
Let's have some fun.
And you know what, this year, Mike, and not that every year I don't, but this year I really have some really cool vendors that are coming that are selling some fun stuff, Christmas ideas, jewelry, belts, rings, toys, if you're looking for more toys for your kids.
Or adults. There's no rules.
That's right. There's no rules. So I'm going to just kind of give you a quick little rundown of that. But like I said, it starts at 12 and it ends tonight kind of early, around 8 o'clock this afternoon.
By that time, it's the sun's...
It's getting really, really kind of cold, and people are getting chilly. So First of all, I do want to thank three big sponsors, Excel Energy, Leprino Foods, and Pioneer Bank, and always Keep Chaves County Beautiful is always out there, and the New Mexico Challenge is already out there this morning helping everybody to get all their stuff out. Yeah, to get it all set up and ready to go. At 12 o'clock noon, the DJ will start playing, and so he's going to keep it all festive with lots of Christmas music. And then I also have a schedule of events somewhere in my notes somewhere. Yep. I have a schedule of events of who's going to be singing.
Okay.
And
kind of the concert rundown
here. Who's going to be there. So we're really excited to have all kinds of local entertainment and some of our schools.
Yeah. The kids coming out and doing some
So, like I said, about some of the vendors that are out there on the courthouse lawn today, like I said, we have someone called Ruli's Balloons. They have all kinds of light-up toys and balloons. For those of you guys that are into rocks, minerals, and jewelries, we do have someone that's doing that. Again, soaps and woodwork. And we're all going to have a lot of people that have hot chocolate, popcorn, cookies, homemade fudge. So we've got all kinds of different things that maybe you might want to come out and get. T-shirts. This year, for the first time, I have beef jerky. A gentleman called Smoked Out Beef Jerky is going to be out there. I have handmade custom jewelry out there this year, and it's been made by Elvin 11.
Okay.
And we have the world-renowned, I say world, I don't know if he is or not, but Mark Reed, the face painter.
Yes.
He's going to be doing face painting all day long right next to the 17-foot Christmas tree.
I always catch right around Super Bowl time. He does his body art, and he'll basically get some of his models, I guess, and paint them up on the two opposing Super Bowl, whoever the two teams go into the Super Bowl. So a lot of Chiefs and Eagles now recently here over the last couple of years, but it's amazing. I'll see him online and things.
It looks like it's real clothing on there. I mean, he does. I don't know how long. I would hate to take it off because it looks really, really cool, but you can't walk around, I guess, that way. But anyway.
Well, I think technically they're naked, but
that's what I was going to say. I was going to say technically they're naked, but you can't walk around being naked. Anyway, but I have another lady that's called Sweet Nothings and Gifts, and my husband and I bought some jellies from her this last time that she was at an event. But it's all homemade, local jelly, cactus. I don't even know what
it's all those great ones that you never can get in like grocery stores.
Right.
And you yourself never have the time or ability to make it yourself.
Right.
So you stock up now, and this is the perfect time of year. So if you want like you said, the cactus, I imagine I've seen prickly pear jellies.
Pear, that's what it is. It's a prickly pear.
Yeah, that's a delicious one. So that's where you can get those. So.
The last time we bought some, I didn't buy a really big jar. And the next thing I know, my husband loved it. And I said, what happened to that? And he said, that was great. I ate it all. And I was like, okay, so Jennifer, I'm coming by to see you today.
I'm a big apple butter person. So if you've got some apple butter.
Oh, you know what? That's really good. I bought some at the grocery store one day, and it's just not the same.
It's not as good as homemade apple butter. It doesn't quite scratch that itch. Yeah.
So those of you like myself and my husband, we have 2 dogs. There's somebody called Paw Prince out there. So she's doing all kinds of custom dog toys. So if you need dog toys,
what about
maybe
cats?
some engraved.
Good.
Well,
sometimes our cat owners get a little bit of backseat on some of these.
They have paws. I guess it's anybody that has paws. Snow globes, and of course, just to let you know, some of the food trucks that we have out there, because we have some of the best food trucks at our events. I really have to say that they all have great food.
Yeah.
And Mike, I have to give them a shout out. I run around like a crazy person out there all the time. And they're always, come here, Barbara, let me give you a burrito. Come here, Barbara, let me give you some fries or give you a funnel cake.
Well, that's why you have to run around to keep up with all that food eating.
Well, the bad thing is, I get it. I take 3 bites of it. I lay it down somewhere and I forget where I was at. And then
so she's had parts of all of them, and
I
never finished one yet.
Parts of everything. So over on 4th Street, we will have Sandra's corn.
Okay.
For those of you guys that are yearning for some of that summer corn.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be out there. So Sandra's corn.
They do like the street corn kind of.
The street corn and corn in a cup.
Yeah.
And,
was it elote is what they call it?
elote.
Yeah. Oh, it's delicious. Yeah.
And right next to them is Tacos Pita.
Okay.
With Tacos Pita, they have the best tacos birria you've ever had. They're delicious. If you don't know what that is, like a taco with like shredded beef, and you dip it inside some sauce.
Oh, the birria style?
Birria style.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of getting popular now.
Oh, it is?
Like, I think what it is there's been a lot of families been doing that for years. Well, now the masses finally said, hey, this birria thing's pretty good. And so that's what they're doing.
Well, how can you not like sliced, what do you call it, shredded beef with cheese in a tortilla dipped in this really great sauce. Right next to them is Karen with Whole Foods, and it's my favorite kind of whole food, mini donuts.
Yes, as an H-O-L-E.
It's right, H-O-L-E. And then right next to them.
She should sell lifesavers just to keep the tradition going. Like if you just needed, you know how like you go to a grocery store and have little candy? Hers just have a little thing of like lifesavers.
You know what? That's a great idea. I should talk to her about that. See if she can do that. And then right next to her, we have, Wooten. Forgot the name of her truck. But either way, So Delicious. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's a time. They've been around for a long time doing they're like the folks like. Because every time I think of them, I'm thinking these are the folks you talk to when you get into the debate about what's the difference between root beer and sarsaparilla.
Yeah, right.
Because they do both.
So you can go get a donut, and right after that, go get you something from So Delicious. There's something to drink there.
Yeah.
That's on 4th Street. So over on 5th Street, I only have 2 trucks, but one of them's a pretty large one. So I do have like Nana's Home Cooking. So she's got the hamburgers, the hot dogs, that kind of stuff. Right next to her, I have ETS. And ETS is the one that has the really big carnival-looking type thing at the top.
Okay.
And so they do funnel cakes. They do all the fun
kind of fair food things you think of.
Yeah,
lots of things on sticks, maybe like corn dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have all kinds of that. And just right in front of them, they're going to have their new fudge setup.
Ooh.
So that's going to be really
nice.
Really,
so
really,
they're
really
making
cool.
fudge, huh?
Yeah. So it's
on-site fudge making?
Outside.
I'm down for that.
Well, I mean, fudge is good any time at all.
I'm that person like when mom's making the cake or whatever, I'm always sticking my finger in the batter. So you don't want me around when you're making fudge.
You don't want that.
I'm probably a health problem, but.
Well, my granddaughter does that, you know. I tell you about the movie, but I don't know which one, about the guy with the really funny-looking fingers, and he's sticking his fingers in the pie. My granddaughter's like, yeah, that's what.
Right.
That's what she does. My little granddaughter does. But right in front of the courthouse lawn, we're also going to have Kith and Kin Coffee.
Oh, great.
So for those of you guys that love
Artesia,
coffee and Artesia, they're coming down from Artesia. Ron, Rob, and that group from Artesia is coming down.
If you ever go there, it's been a minute since I've eaten there, but they have usually pretty good sandwiches. And back in the day, they used to have like ice cream and shakes.
Do they
I don't know
really?
if they may still do it. Like I said, like when I used to do a morning show in Artesia, I was there all the time, but I haven't been there in a minute. So I don't know if they've changed up quite a bit since then. Or
when they've come to my events, because they came during the UFO festival, they do teas and coffees, but mainly they do coffees, I believe.
But I think if you go to
and
the
hot
actual
chocolates.
restaurant in Artesia, you can get some sandwiches
Real
and food and things.
I guess I'll have to go that direction. So over on the further south is going to be Kith and Kin Coffee.
Okay.
They will be in the parking area. But on the other side, and it's not happening today, but it's happening tomorrow, we're going to have the whole big 40-foot milking demonstration.
All right.
Okay, so I know it sounds a little bit weird.
Sounds wild to me.
To have a cow out there in December. Well, they weren't able to make it during the chili festival.
Okay.
So we ended up talking, and they said, hey, we can come down.
Hey.
And I said, hey, kids and adults love to watch that kind of stuff.
Santa can't come to your house without cookies and a glass of milk.
That's right. I didn't think about that.
He can't leave. I mean, that's right out the gate, man.
I didn't even think about that, Mike. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So they're going to be here. So I do want to give you guys, because I've heard a lot of people saying, oh my goodness, did I miss something? When is whatever happening? So a quick overview schedule. So tonight, at 6. Okay.
Yes.
At 6 p.m.
Okay.
Santa will be arriving. He will be arriving with fanfare. He
Yes.
will be arriving. He comes from 3rd Street all the way from 3rd Street to 4th Street.
That's
I
right.
know it's not very far, but that's as far as I can go without shutting down a bunch of streets.
Sure.
So that's all we're going to do.
And I believe our Travis County sheriffs are going to be
yes.
making sure Santa gets to his destination downtown.
Right.
here.
Remember the last interview that I had with you?
Yeah.
You said something about Charles Islas wearing his reindeer
antlers, and I think he's coming with bells and antlers.
He said he is. So
And a red nose,
we're going to
maybe.
look for him. So it's going to be led by the Travis County Sheriff's Department.
Mm-hmm.
Right after that, I don't know in the exact order, but they're either going to be in the same trailer with Santa,
Okay.
or they're going to be walking. In front of them is going to be the Goddard Rockettes.
Okay.
So
they'll
year-
be Santa adjacent in one way or another.
Santa's helpers.
There you
and
go.
I don't even know if they're going to be walking or if they're going to be
Elves
sitting.
for a night, maybe.
Elves for a night. And so,
well, the real elves are back in the North Pole,
That's
working.
right. Well,
they ain't got
some
time
of
for appearances right now. They're busy working.
I don't know. I do get a couple of elves out there at my event, but I don't know who they are.
Well, I think those are like I said, these are the actual elves. Elves are. They're up there doing their thing. They're the
That's
hammers,
right.
and
That's right.
they don't have time. In the summer they do their public appearances,
And
but
so,
in the winter they're busy.
Yeah, so they're busy. So we have Santa and Mrs. Claus coming right after that, and then right behind them I have another car that I really can't even think of the gentleman's name now, but he called me and he said, "Listen, I've lit up my car. It's a PT Cruiser.
Okay.
It's got lights all the way around it.
Nice.
I've really decked it out. Do you mind if I come behind Santa?" And I said, "No, I don't mind." So he's going to be right behind there. Now, mind you guys, Santa is coming down to the Main Street District to turn on our 17-foot Christmas tree.
Yeah, this is Santa's got a little job tonight. You get more of Santa tomorrow night.
Tomorrow. So when you see him, I know he got mobbed last year.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he showed up,
Yeah.
a few people started taking pictures, and we don't mind. I mean, you can go ahead and take pictures, but he's really there just to turn on the Christmas lights.
It's not lap sitting time yet.
No, he's not lap sitting time yet. By tomorrow morning, we will have his sleigh sitting out there. We'll have his reindeers out there.
Which is cool story in and of itself, and I think they're adding a little bit to this year.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a group. It was from the detention center, if I remember right.
The correctional center.
The correction. Okay, yes. Thank you for correcting on that.
It's a
pardon the pun.
It's a correctional center, so it's the prison, I guess you could say.
Yes. So they had a group in there, and they built. First year they built the sleigh, right?
That's right.
And now they're building the reindeer over the last.
Last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
And then this year they've kind of added on to that too, right?
This year we're adding Christmas decorations. So they've made big candy for me because our theme this year is Candyland.
Okay, so think of like the big candy canes and maybe some gumdrops and stuff. Yeah, okay.
Do you know what's really cool about them? And a big, really, really big thank you to Deborah Lambert and the group out there. I kid you not, Mike, last year, and I don't know how they pulled it off. I literally gave them a week because I come up with these bright ideas at the last minute.
Right.
And sometimes they pan out and sometimes they don't. But I thought, wouldn't it be great to have some reindeers? So I said, Deborah, I need reindeer. She said, what kind of reindeer? And so I showed her some pictures. These guys are so creative.
Good.
That I didn't give them a pattern. I gave them nothing but a picture, and they created 3 life-size almost reindeers that sit right in the front of that.
And this is a great program where I'm imagining they're doing this stuff, and it kind of gives them technical training and stuff. So when they do get out of corrections, they got a platform to succeed after.
They do.
So, yeah.
And so this time I gave them 2 weeks. Yay, a whole 2 weeks.
Great.
And so they've got it done, and those will be coming downtown as well.
Perfect.
To be sitting
so
on the
even
lawn.
more, a couple more years of this, we're going to run out of room on the lawn there.
Yeah. And again, a big thank you to Travis County. You know, Travis County we've always worked on the courthouse lawn, and they're very, very, very generous to us. They come out and help us with a tree. They actually built some little, I don't even know what they're called, little things on the ground inside the cement to hold a tree down. Because if you remember, Mike, 2 years ago, our tree got blown down twice because the wind blew terribly 2 years ago.
New Mexico wind, anytime you say, I think I've got it licked, it says, hold my beer, and then the things happen.
That's right. And so they did it for us. We didn't even ask them to, but they created these little hooks that are in the cement that we are able to lock down the tree into the cement so it does not fall over anymore.
So we've got a fighting chance this year.
Yes, right. So they did it last year, so that helps us.
And that kept it pretty stable. So.
Oh, yeah, keeps it really stable.
Mother Nature, little kindness on the wind this year, they'd be appreciative.
And up on the courthouse lawn at the very, very top, right next to the building, Chavez County has put in life-size nativity scene. It's really beautiful. It's at the very, very, very top. It's kind of hard to see right now, but it's you know what I'm saying, we'll have to chat about how we can make sure that but it's going to have lights, and so it is visible.
Very good.
That is also our stage. So like I said, I'll go over the entertainment with you in a little bit.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, we open up at 10, and we're open again until between 8:30 and 9, I'd like to say, because depends on how cold it gets out there. And if we end up 3 of us standing out there freezing, we're closing.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Right.
But the plan is to be open all the way up to that time.
Okay.
So on Saturday, we will have pictures with Santa all day long.
Okay.
I mean, not completely every day, all day long, because they have to take breaks here and there.
Sure. But
generally around,
but during Saturday's festivities.
I'd say around, like 12 to like 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
You can come by there. We don't do official photos, so you just bring your own, your phone.
You provide the backdrop, and then you bring the camera, basically.
That's right,
and then you can share it to your Facebooks or wherever
and
you
share it out
do it.
to us as well.
Yeah.
And also on Friday and Saturday, which is today and tomorrow, we're already going to be starting Shop and Treat downtown. So there's places, and you can come to my booth, and we'll give you a list of people that are giving you a discount. And they're also offering you a treat. Everything from popcorn to candy.
Oh, nice.
To hot chocolate. So as you're shopping, you can go grab you something.
It's a shop and nosh.
A shop. Yeah, I should have called it that. I kind of like your name much better. I called it Shop and Treat. Which, just come on out. And then on Saturday, starting at exactly 6 p.m., we'll start the parade. And I have to tell you, Mike, the parade is, and let me see if I can find my list for the parade. The parade is going to have, I'd say, about 25 entries that we have.
Excellent.
But I don't want you to think, oh, well, that's not too many, Barbara. No, when I have one that's got 13 side-by-sides, 23 cars.
Okay, so
15 trucks.
So some oversized entries into this year's
I have 2 semis.
Light parade.
Coca-Cola.
Awesome.
I have, of course, the Crumlin, probably their fire truck.
The fire truck,
yeah. I have another group
tradition.
That's got a bunch of motorcycles. I've got dancers. You name it, I have it.
Sounds like the 12 Days of Christmas song.
Mm-hmm.
You got lords a leaping, swans a swimming, geese a laying.
So that starts right at 6 o'clock. It'll start all the way on College Avenue. So by the time it gets to Main Street, where they'll be judged, it'll be about 6:30, 6:40 or whatever, and then it'll arrive downtown. And as soon as all the parade is done and they've moved off the street completely, right after that, we start the holiday movie.
All right.
So this year, it's going to be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to go with our.
Now, which version?
You know what? The version I really wanted, they wouldn't let me have it. It's in memoriam.
Okay.
The old one. The one with Gene Wilder.
The Gene Wilder one?
I couldn't get it.
It's not available?
No, they wouldn't. Because you have to rent these things. You have to you have to pay for those things. And thanks to our sponsors, I'm able to afford to get that.
Sure, yeah. It's not free to show a movie in a lawn somewhere.
No, you got
to pay royalties and everything.
Get it off the internet and show it. You can't do that. But we do have the second one, the one with Johnny Depp.
Okay, that one, because I know, and then. Because there's one that came out like a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, this is, I think, 2005.
And that's with the guy from Dune.
Yeah.
Which he's big famous, but I don't
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
I haven't seen that one. I don't know.
There's not one.
But the Johnny Depp one's good. It's just a little... it's more Because it's what's his name?
Yeah. What is his name?
Not Johnny. The guy did Nightmare Before Christmas and all those.
Yeah.
His name was
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. Thank you.
Tim Burton.
So it's got a Tim Burton spin on it because it's a Tim Burton thing. So
yeah,
I like Tim Burton, but I know that's not everyone's cup of tea.
But it's a free movie. I will have some chairs out there, but I encourage you to bring your own lawn chairs. Bring blankets. There's plenty of hot chocolate and things that you can get, and come enjoy the movie with us. It is for free. And then it ends, of course, on Saturday, and we're done. But just a little quick overview of some of the music and entertainment that we're going to have.
And by the way, Saturday night's going to be, like, we get these 20s overnight. Actually, Saturday night, our overnight's 36. So when you're out for the movie, you're going to need to, bundle up. But it's not going to be nearly as cold as it's been the last couple nights or even Sunday night.
Yeah, and I think if here in Roswell, if the wind doesn't blow, we're usually pretty good. It's just when that wind kicks up that you're kind of going, okay, now it's really getting cold out
some
here.
Some families will just have to snuggle a little
bit. And, of course, Santa and Mrs. Claus will be around still that day on Saturday. So on our stage, we're going to have DJ Andy Herrera, which I absolutely appreciate him. He's going to be out there starting today at 12, trying to keep the holiday music going. We're also starting at 5 p.m. this afternoon, which is today is Friday, right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. We have the Roswell High School Choir.
Okay.
And they're a big group, and they're going to be led by Brian Hundley, which is the choir director. So they're going to be doing, they sing so really great. So they're going to be out there. And right after them is the Community Christmas Choir.
Okay.
This is just a bunch of local people that are, sing, and they're going to sing some holiday music for us.
Cool.
Right after that, we're going to have a big group of 28 band members with the Mesa Middle School Panther Band.
Okay.
So, and they're led by Joseph Flores, who is the music director there at Mesa Middle School.
So they'll probably do a little Christmas concert out there for everybody.
Oh, yeah, a little Christmas concert out there. And so they start right after that around 6 to 7:30ish or so, because it's going to be a combined, not only the band, but also the orchestra and choir.
Oh, wow.
Is also going to be out there. So come out there and just start getting in the spirit. And then, of course, on Saturday, again, we're talking about the Pictures with Santa. I got the times wrong. It's 1 to 5.
Okay.
Pictures with Santa. Then, of course, we're going to have the Southwest Dairy Farmers milking demonstration.
All right.
They will be right in front of the courthouse.
Stock up on milk for Santa's visit.
Yeah, don't forget, Santa needs the milk. So so they start at 10 a.m. as their first demonstration. The next one's at 11:30.
And I think you need milk to make eggnog, right?
I bet you do. Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never
I'm not an eggnog fan, but
I'm not either.
It is kind of the official drink of the holiday.
It is. Maybe when it's warm. Is it warm or cold? I don't even know.
I think it's cold. The ones I've had are cold, but I imagine there could be a warm version.
Good when it's hot and it's got nutmeg or something.
I'd have to get Sean in. He's more my eggnog expert around here. I don't know.
I can't even say that I've even tasted it, so I don't know. And also that day we're going to have a demonstration by our local favorites, dancers.
Yes.
Charlie's Angels will be out there.
What celebration's not complete in Roswell without a Charlie's Angels performance?
They come out there wearing their red, fun, decorative.
Hopefully, the more colder weather, winter. I mean, it'll be 60s there, but I imagine they want the winter uniforms, not the summer ones.
Yeah, but they don't. They still wear their little short outfits with a sparkly red. And they are local favorites, and a lot of kids, especially younger ladies and younger kids that are looking up to wanting to be a Charlie's Angels.
They are the bar.
They are.
They have set the bar.
So they always get mobbed also with kids wanting to take pictures with them. And right after that, we're going to have, for the first time ever, which I'm excited to see them, is the Mountain View Folklorico Dance Club.
Oh, great.
I didn't know that they had one.
Oh, great.
So they're going to be dancing.
So be younger folklorico dancers.
Young folkloricos, and they're under the direction of Marisa Garcia, who is the coach for them.
Okay.
And they're going to have 2 sets. So they're going to do the first regular, folklorico dancers. And right after that, she called me and she said, our boys do a machete dance. And a machete is, I guess, like a machete.
Okay.
That they do a dance with that. And they were like, well, we want to perform too. So they're going to be out there dancing as well, and that's on Saturday. So that all happens just right before the parade.
Okay,
happens.
So that'll be the pregame show for the parade there.
The pregame show before the parade. And these floats will be judged. So I do have... I'm looking at 3 judges right now that are going to be helping us.
Okay.
So what they're going to be judging the floats on, you guys, are in theme interpretation. So you don't have to look just like Candyland. If you say, you know what, mine is going to be very, I'm saying religious or more on that end of it, you
and
can
the
do
other
it.
aspects of Christmas, absolutely,
whatever aspect of Christmas. They're also going to be looking at your creativity and how creative you were.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got the best holiday spirit and energy? And overall performance. So we're going to be giving 3.
Well, sounds like some are going big with multiple pieces and everything else, and an ensemble floats with their other floats, and So it sounds like creativity is going to be some tough competition.
It's going to be some tough competition. And one of my later entries, which I can't wait to hear this, is the Roswell High School 50-piece band will be in the parade.
Okay.
So we have a marching band? The marching band.
Oh, great.
The Roswell High School marching band.
So are they going to light them up a little bit? I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like put some glowy on them.
I don't know what they're going to do.
I bet they are going to be lit up in some way, shape.
I just got notified that they are going to be there. So they are, like I said.
Cool.
I believe they're 80 in that
80
marching
of that band. Okay.
So it's going to be really, really cool.
So they might. No, that won't be that big. I was trying to think if they could do a whole block by themselves, but
they probably could if they stretched
they'd have
out
to spread
a
it a little bit.
They'd have to spread out. That's a lot. That's a lot of them.
That's a big band. Yeah.
And so it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. Please come out and join us today at noon, all the way to 8 o'clock, and then again tomorrow, 10 to again 8 or 9, depending on what's going on out there. But come grab some food. Come see Santa.
Stay up to if you haven't done so already and you're a Facebook user, like and follow Main Street Roswell on Facebook.
Yes.
If there's any updates, time changes, things that anytime there's a live event, sometimes things have to move or get shifted due to things that just pop up in a live event that happens. Main Street Roswell's Facebook page would be a great place to stay up to date on that. And of course, if you have questions, just come on down. Like today and tomorrow, just come down in 5, either Barbara or any other Main Street volunteers, and let them navigate those questions. But and certainly you go to mainstreetroswell.org if you're looking for just general information about this weekend.
And I know some of you that are just saying, gosh, I didn't know about the parade. I really want to be there, because one specific lady even actually told me that they're just a family. They wanted to do it. Another gentleman, as a matter of fact, I ran into her at Farmers Country Market. She's one of the checkers there, and she said, well, we're going to be in the parade. My daughter said she wanted to be in the parade, so her dad is decking out our truck so she can be in the parade.
That's cool.
So there's more than just one family. Now, just keep in mind, though, it's too late to be judged. It's not too late to be in the parade.
Sure.
You'll just be added to the tact at the very end. But just know that Santa is the very last. And
he's the star of the show.
He's the star of the show, and he's actually going to have the Charlie's Angels, and I believe possibly even the Rockettes are going to be somewhere around.
So between our high school cheerleaders and dance teams, Santa's got a good entourage
he's coming
with him.
in. He's coming in at the very end, and we ask that nobody else dress up like Santa. We don't want to confuse the kids with a bunch of Santas.
Like if you have Santa lights or something, but not real people.
Not real people
in Santa costume.
That's right.
Yes.
So we only have one real Santa. Everybody else can
there is
do whatever.
one Santa, and that's Santa, and Santa's Santa.
And Santa.
That's right.
That's right.
And don't forget, tonight, this is Rockstar Santa. He come get you picked. But if you want to do pictures with Santa and all that, that'll all be on Saturday. But obviously, if you want to get pictures of Santa while he's lighting the tree and getting, but he's going to be Rockstar mode tonight. He's not going to have a lot of time to sit with fans.
There's no sleigh out there tonight. He's just going to say hello, turn on the tree, and go off his merry way.
But you'll see him tomorrow.
But tomorrow you will see
in a
him.
more intimate setting.
And like Mike said, just stay in touch with our Facebook page, which is Main Street Roswell. That's what it is. Just the Main Street is one word, Main Street.
Yeah. But I think if you once you get to like Main Street, or if you start typing Roswell first and then Main Street, it'll be the first thing that probably pops up on your choices there.
Because I've had a few other people say that they might be singing and haven't confirmed with me. So
Okay.
if they're going to be singing somebody different that is not on my schedule,
sure,
I'll throw it in there and let you know. Hey, so and so is going to come sing.
Yeah.
So you can come visit. See your children or your kids from school come sing or whatever.
And then please support these local businesses and local merchants. Shop downtown.
Mhm.
All of our businesses downtown. We're loving to see you this weekend and throughout the Christmas season.
Oh, and another thing that I failed to mention is we are doing window decorating contest. We will be posting that
Okay.
tomorrow.
All right.
We'll be posting it.
And that is a popularity contest.
It
so
is a
vote,
popularity
vote, early vote
contest.
often.
The winners are decided on who gets the most likes.
Very good.
So, and it'll be on the regular Main Street Roswell page.
Yeah.
And so if you, I think I've had maybe 5. I didn't have as many this year sign up for the window decorating, but either way, there are prizes. So go look at them and vote for them.
Yeah, come have some fun and get in the spirit with it, too.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Barbara,
thank you, guys.
Thank you. We'll see you diddy bopping around here for the next couple of days.
Yeah. I better go see if anybody.
Yes, she's got some probably just checking on, making sure any fires didn't flare up.
maybe my notes made sense to
There we
somebody.
go. We'll find out. Thank you, Barbara, and holler if you need anything.
Thank you, Mike.
All righty.
Appreciate you guys.
It is 9:52. Let's pause for news. Hannity update, Cowboys report. Quick break as well. Don't go away.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. There are new calls for monitoring of the air quality in Artesia. The H.F. Sinclair refinery explosion continues to spark intense concern across southeast New Mexico as community groups demand immediate action from state regulators. In the days following the October 31st blast, which injured 3 workers and shook nearby neighborhoods, the Permian Basin Climate Justice Coalition has urged the New Mexico Environment Department to implement stronger and independent air quality monitoring and expanded health protections for residents. The coalition sent a demand letter Thursday to NMED Secretary James Kenney to install a permanent state-operated air monitor and provide real-time, publicly accessible air quality data. A $4 million tourist attraction is now fully considered a waste of taxpayer money. The Board of Regents for the El Camino Real Heritage Center voted Thursday to demolish the site after it has sat vacant for the past 9 years. A KRQE television investigation revealed that along with the site's extremely remote location, the building's current state is uninhabitable, with structural damage, a rodent infestation, and utility problems. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Don't rush to judgment. But the media so hates Donald Trump and anybody and everybody associated with him that they forever rush to judgment. They never cared that Mar-a-Lago was valued at $18 million by a judge who wouldn't allow a real estate appraiser from Palm Beach to point out it was over $1 billion property. Not one Democrat, nobody in the state-run legacy media mob gave a hoot. They didn't care. They allowed the lie to be perpetrated. Nobody on the left, no Democrat, said, oh, no, that you can't do that. That would not be legal. That's not how our legal system works.
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
You know, and all the time I have been telling you about Pure Talk, my wireless company, a veteran-owned company. I can honestly say I've never seen an offer like this before. Listen to this. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited data with a 30-gig hotspot for just $29.95 a month for life. Friends, this is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. Normally $65 a month. Now, through December the 7th, just $29.95 a month, and you're saving over 50% a month every month for life. Now, remember, you get the same cell towers, same 5G network. Pound 250, keyword save now. Do it now. The best offer you will ever get on cell service. Pound 250, keyword save now from Pure Talk, my wireless company, a veteran-owned company, America's wireless company.
Taxes and fees not included. Some restrictions apply. See puretalk.com for details. Offer ends 12/7/25.
With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. On a mistake-filled night for Dallas, postseason odds grow smaller because of the 44-30 loss at the Lions. Details after this.
A true Dallas Cowboys fan is there for the journey and the destination. This is the season to make your journey count by flying through McAllen International Airport, the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. Whether you're flying down for McAllen's award-winning fall and holiday festivals, or you're a South Texas fan flying up to cheer the Cowboys on, make your journey as satisfying as your destination at the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. McAllen International Airport, above, beyond, at McAllenAirport.com.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service. Guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
The mistake-prone Cowboys lost in Detroit last night, 44-30. The offense committed 3 turnovers and had trouble punching it into the end zone, settling for 5 Brandon Aubrey field goals to go with a Javonte Williams touchdown run and a Ryan Flanoy touchdown catch. Flanoy stepped up because C.D. Lamb had to leave the game with a concussion.
C.D. going down, it's just we need to be going out there playing hard. None of them guys really impressed me. I really just want to go out there, play with these guys, have fun, and just win. So next week, coming out fast, physical, and we just got to beat good teams at their house, and we still sticking together. We still together as one. We still got a lot to fight for.
The Cowboys defense allowed 5 touchdowns and 3 field goals. 3 of those scores were by running back Jahmyr Gibbs. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Lots of sunshine coming up today. Afternoon highs 60 to 65. Might be a little bit breezy. Overnight will be clear. Lows in the upper 20s to about 30. And then we get a sunny and breezy Saturday. Highs should be in the mid-60s. Clear for Saturday night and mid-30s. And then about 60 and sunny again on Sunday. Good weather holds into Monday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
At Martine's Capital Cafe, come in and enjoy a delicious variety for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Try our burritos, huevos rancheros, asado, chorizo, sausage, flautas, fajitas, chili rellenos, quesadillas, enchiladas, sopapillas, and don't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger and so much more. Everything is prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Martine's Capital Cafe. Quality, value, tradition, and the most delicious New Mexican food since 1989. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th Street in Roswell.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.